Can you go green? Well, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, you can be Green Party.
I'd be Green Party.
Marianne Williamson.
Yeah.
You
Green
aren't
Party.
going to like
I
it
think
when you dig into Green Party, but yeah, go for it.
I think Hank's going to end up actually eating us one day.
Well, I was just thinking, like, what's red plus blue combined?
Purple.
Oh, I thought it was green. All right, I'm Purple Party.
Right?
right.
It's purple.
On today's part of my take, we got a twofer for the people. One of the biggest mismatches in height, Snooki and Stanford Steve.
I'd say the biggest difference in combination of height and weight
Yeah.
of any guest combo we've had.
And I can't believe they came on together.
It's fantastic.
It was
And
crazy.
Now they're the best of friends.
Yes, exactly. No, we have Snooki. We actually taped it probably about a month ago. Very good interview. But first up, we have Stanford Steve. We're going to get into the bracket, into the picks, into how to survive March Madness. He is a veteran of the game. He's going to tell us it all. We're going to talk some NFL free agency. Aaron Rodgers has still not decided as the taping of this show. We're going to do Hot Seat, Cool Throne, and then we're going to do FAQs, March Madness edition, so gambling, brackets, all that stuff. Questions from the listeners. And before we do all that, the Barstool Sportsbook. It is time for the tournament. The Barstool Sportsbook is made for Stoolies and is the only place to find exclusive picks and parlays for me, Dave, and the rest of the Barstool gang. And this March, kick off the action with a $100 sign-up bonus from Barstool Sportsbook. Sign up today using code TOURNEY, then place a $10 or more cash wager on any college basketball bet. Win or lose, receive $100 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today and be sure to use code TOURNEY to unlock your $100 in bonus cash. The Barstool Sportsbook lets you bet however you like with daily boosts, live in-game markets, move the line and teaser bets, and Parlay Plus for awesome same-game parlays. iCasino is also available in select states with your favorite table games and slots. Also, we have some Southern Missouri just missed another free throw. We have some great deals. We have the buzzer beater deal back, so you can bet on how many buzzer beaters will happen in the course of the entire tournament. So download the Barstool Sportsbook and create an account today, and be sure to use code TOURNEY to unlock your $100 in bonus cash. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Check it out today, the Barstool Sportsbook. It's going to be a great month, and you can follow along with us on the Barstool Sportsbook all month long. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, and must be 21 plus. So get it, and let's get it going. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take. Today is Wednesday, March 15th. Is that the Ides of March? No, that's Friday. That's the 5th, right?
The Ides of March.
Yeah, the Ides of March.
Bad day to be Julius Caesar.
Yes. And Aaron Rodgers is being a fucking bitch.
He is being a bitch.
He's being a real bitch.
Everyone, if you didn't know Aaron Rodgers was a bitch before this, cat's out of the bag.
This is actually,
being a bitch.
yeah, this is like vindication for me, where everyone has slowly been like, dude, just make a decision. This is annoying.
Yeah.
You're holding everyone else up, which actually he's not anymore, which is nice that everyone's going about their business. But as of the taping of this, I think we all assume he's going to announce it on the Pat McAfee show that he's going to the Jets. And if he doesn't, Memes is going to have an absolute meltdown.
Well, he is kind of holding the Jets up.
Yeah.
That's definitely happening.
Well, he's
right
waiting.
now.
He's making sure all of his friends get there
It's
first.
a flight delayed. Yeah, he's taking the Jets hostage in a way. So he is pretty much demanding that all of his friends are going to join him. So Aaron Rodgers has put together a wish list. At this point, it's probably Randall Cobb, Odell Beckham,
Lazard, he got
Lazard, the QAnon shaman,
Mercedes Lewis.
And
Eddie Lacy?
Jordy Nelson, probably.
It'd be sick if Eddie Lacy called him and was like, dude, what about me?
Great China food in New York.
Great China food. Aaron Rodgers being that guy who, like, you text your buddies and you're like, what time are you all planning on showing up? And everyone's like, oh, we'll be there at 9. And then they deliberately show up at like 9:45 to be the cool, fashionably late guy.
Yeah, it would be very funny if he told the Jets he was going to go there. They signed his friends and then he retired.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
That would be very Jets.
Now I don't hate Aaron Rodgers like you do. I think he's an interesting guy. I like to make fun of him because he certainly gives us a lot of material to work with. But in this case, everyone can admit Aaron Rodgers being a bitch.
He's being the worst.
Yeah.
He is being the absolute worst. So yeah, we're waiting for that. I do have one thing I want to point out on the Aaron Rodgers front before, again, he's probably going to announce it on Wednesday, so everyone should expect that. I just want him out of my life. That's all I've wanted. I know Packers fans like, oh, Jordan Love's the next coming. Let's relax. I have at least a year before I have to admit that.
RELAPSE.
Yes, exactly. I'm fine.
Yeah. So
so I had this thing. So I want your take, memes, and Billy. Billy would like this a lot. How much, as Jets fans, are you putting into account the conspiracy theory that Aaron Rodgers being on the Jets will finally counteract Joe Namath selling his soul to the devil? Because a WFAN caller called in and was given a lot of time that the theory goes, and I guess it's actually like kind of not a well-known conspiracy theory, but there's more than one guy in New Jersey or New York who believes this, that to win the 1969 Super Bowl, Joe Namath had to sell his soul to the Jets. So the Jets have just had no soul for the last 54 years. And this caller goes on to say that Aaron Rodgers is the opposite of that energy because of his psychedelic use and his darkness retreats, that he will somehow bring the soul back into the Jets.
Well, what has to happen is Aaron Rodgers needs to get really, really high, so high that he sees the devil.
Right.
And then buy Joe Namath's soul back from the devil.
Yes. Yeah,
I think he can
sign
do it.
and trade.
I think he can get it high enough. I really do. If anybody can do it, it's Aaron.
Yeah. So have you guys, Billy? I'm sure you've heard of this conspiracy theory.
Well, absolutely. My grandfather was NYPD. He once saw Joe Namath playing catch with a beer can outside of a nightclub before a big game. Bet on him because he told him to hand him $100 bill, and he won the game. This is a real story. This is kind of the reason why my family are Jets fans.
And then everybody clapped.
I absolutely believe that he sold his soul to the devil for that Super Bowl. But I don't know if Aaron Rodgers' psychedelic use is nevertheless like going to reverse that or embrace it. Because if he embraces it, it actually might have the exact same effect of reversing it. Who knows?
If he embraces the lack of soul death.
Yeah, I mean, ego death, soul death, same thing, psychedelic usage. If he comes over here with some, like, grand master plan that isn't of anything of Christianity, who knows what happens.
The caller said, now personally with the psychedelic part of it, I think that Aaron Rodgers is finding out how to combat the devil when he comes face to face with him once he walks into MetLife Stadium. So I just saw this and I was like, hey, you can mute Billy's mic. It's got a weird sound. I saw it and I was like, hey, every other show is going to just talk about Aaron Rodgers and not signing. We should probably address the fact that this signing will finally defeat the devil in MetLife Stadium.
Well, it makes sense because Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts there, right?
That's a fact.
So is MetLife hell. They had the black cat that ran out on the field. This is all adding up for me, actually. I feel like the Jets are haunted.
Yeah, I do too. So Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to love Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to love how he treats the New York media because he's going to treat them like dog shit.
Yes.
He is beneath dog shit.
He already is, and he's not even a Jet.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That's going to be very funny to watch how he deals with, as we learned from Billy's presentation, the venomous New York media.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Now, Leroy did get a scoop yesterday and put it out. I just want to make it clear that Leroy's information is rock solid.
And different than Trey Wingo's.
Because
Trey Wingo had everyone, he basically called it done in the afternoon on Monday. Memes was cursing Trey Wingo's name after that happened.
Yeah, so the information that was passed to Leroy was that Aaron has been telling people close to him, including this one person who I can verify is very close to Aaron Rodgers, that he's going to New York.
Done.
So now he's just kind of taking his time.
Yeah, he's waiting. He's chilling. He likes to be the talk of everyone. He basically has found a way to make his signing like 4-day fodder, and then he's going to somehow spin it and be like, the media always talks about me and it's bullshit and I don't like it. But yeah, he has held up everyone. He likes to be the center of attention. This is what he's doing. Hold on. We got last 3, don't foul. They fouled. I knew this was going to happen. I have Southern Missouri plus 3.5. I saw this coming from a mile away. That's all I want to say is it's good to get your first loss out of the way, the first game of the tournament.
That's true. Nothing but good juju from there on.
That was so fucking brutal, and you knew the math in your head, if they didn't shoot late enough, that exact thing was going to happen.
We also got Sam Darnold to the 49ers, which I love. I love that signing. I feel like we always say, imagine any quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's system. Sam Darnold works in Kyle Shanahan's system in my brain. It also tells me that they really don't like Trey Lance.
Yes.
At all. And not sure if Purdy's going to be healthy for the start of the season. My guess is that he's probably not if he just got the surgery right now. But I think the fact that they signed Sam Darnold means that we can probably take Tom Brady out of the question of if he's going to the 49ers.
Sam Darnold is going to take the Niners to an NFC Championship game. And we're all going to be like, is Sam Darnold good? No, he's on the Niners.
Yeah.
That's just what happens when you go on the Niners. You play with really good players, and you get really good.
Yeah, I mean, Brock Purdy, I still think Brock Purdy could be the guy, but then I think you put Brock Purdy on, I don't know, for example, the Seahawks or the Raiders, and he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it works. Every offense should be run like the San Francisco 49ers offense.
So we have some other free agent signings we should get through. I mean, we talked about Derek Carr last week. I don't know what the Raiders are doing. Jimmy Garoppolo, it feels like Josh McDaniels is just doing the exact same thing that he did when he was in Denver, where he's like, I got to get my Patriots guys in because I like Jimmy Garoppolo, nice guy. Derek Carr's better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
but that was fractured.
What was the plan here? I guess maybe if they draft someone, and he's your bridge quarterback.
They might draft somebody, but it's that relationship was fractured between Derek Carr and Josh McDaniels. But then you go back and you say, well, who fractured that relationship? Oh, yeah, Josh McDaniels.
Right.
So Derek Carr goes to the Saints. Jameis Winston re-signed with the Saints, by the way,
he
as
did.
backup.
Andy Dalton to the Panthers. He's staying in division. You never want to see that if you're the Saints.
No, how could you let a guy – if you really love Andy Dalton, you would do whatever it takes to get him off the streets and not go to a division rival. The Panthers are signing everybody, too.
Yeah.
Panthers – David Tepper is like, you know what? I got money. Let's spend it. I'm a rich guy. I was actually thinking about the whole Bears draft trade with the Panthers the other day. And if there's a guy that would want to buy a distressed asset like the Bears' first overall pick and then flip it for more money later,
it is
David Tepper.
Yes,
he would treat it like the stock market.
Yeah, that is true. And Max, your Eagles have been gutted.
They got a little haircut.
Gutted.
Rashad Penny.
That's
you go.
true.
Yeah, Rashad
and
Penny.
Boston Scott. So
Yep.
you're good.
And Kelsey.
Those guys
And
play
Kelsey.
defense?
And Kelsey.
They play defense?
We're N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis.
So
Draft those guys for a reason.
The biggest one was obviously Javon Hargrave going to the 49ers,
Correct.
which makes the 49ers defense even scarier than it already was.
Oh, Bradbury also.
Bradbury
Yeah,
resigned. The
there's
guy
defense.
who
Stop.
Okay.
He was Bradbury was good this year.
Bradbury saved a life, though.
he did. He saved that
He
ref's
saved the
life.
ref's life after the Super Bowl by saying that he held him. Texans got Case Keenum. Going to have to be reminded of that, Jake, maybe 2 weeks before the season starts. It's coming home. Case Keenum returns to where he started his career. That'll be nice to see.
It was also just a reminder that he's still in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bears have actually, they got TJ Edwards, another Badger. So we got Jack Sanborn and TJ Edwards, the Badger linebackers, and Tremaine Edmonds, also a good signing. I know that people are going to be like, oh, the Bears, it's always good to win the offseason. Like, crown them now. They're going to win. I've seen the meme going around. If you love me at 3-14, if you like me at 3-14, you'll love me at 6-11. That's a hurtful meme. I don't like it. But the Bears have they're the worst team in the NFL. They had to start filling holes. I saw a stat where they signed Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Nate Davis, who's going to hopefully shore up the offensive line, although they need to do more work on it. And they still have the most cap space because they're a bad team with no good players, and they need to get good players.
Yeah, they had to do this.
Right.
And you'd rather win the offseason than lose it.
Said the same thing about the Eagles last year.
Yeah.
Everyone was, and
I also like how Ryan Poles is doing this because it's how I would run a team in terms of, like, you just are going position by position and checking boxes so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So he did DJ Moore. All right, we don't have to worry about drafting a wide receiver. Then he went and got a bunch of linebackers. Like, okay, we're good there. One less thing I have to worry about in the draft. That's a very, like in my mind, I'm like, that's smart how he's doing it. I don't know if it is. I think it is. And yeah, I'm very excited the Bears are signing guys.
Well, when you're 3-14, you have a lot of positions of need.
Yeah, we were the
fix.
worst. We were so bad on the defensive side of the ball. And I know people are like, oh, you're signing linebackers. You got rid of Roquan Smith. Matt Eberflus was a really good coach of the linebackers at the Indianapolis Colts. So I think he's going to get the most out of these guys, and I'm very excited. And TJ Edwards is a Chicago guy, so I'm happy. I'm happy. And people are trying to ruin my happiness.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah, I'm not going to let them.
No,
I'm not letting them.
Just log off.
No.
Just touch grass for a second.
Listen, people are going to
log off.
People are going to try to ruin it. I won't let them do it.
What did Tyler, the Creator, say? Like, you can't get cyberbullied. Where do you think? Just turn off your phone.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm not kidding. I know what people are trying to do, and I know that you have to play the games. No one does win the offseason. No one wins the Super Bowl in the offseason, but the Bears are doing things that are making me happy, and I'm going to sit here and be happy about it.
I also saw a stat that the teams that spend the most in free agency, they actually improve the most in terms of win percentage.
We had terrible players.
You have to. If you have a bad team, you have to get better at playing football. How do you get better at playing football? You get better players.
Yep.
How do you get better players? Free agency.
Yeah.
So it's
happening.
It's not like if a team is established and they've got a good culture and they're a well-run organization, then yeah, maybe you don't build in free agency as much. Maybe you just rely on what works, which is the draft. But if you're starting with a pile of dog shit, you got to plant a couple roses in there.
And it also, this free agency, because Alan Lazard went to the Jets, Jacoby Myers went to the Raiders, which again, Josh McDaniels is just like, I got to get as many New England guys in here.
Is he going to play quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know. So, but it made me realize I like the DJ Moore trade even more because there was no wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like, who are the big wide receivers
Odell
that
Beckham?
are moving? Yeah, Odell Beckham. I don't think he was coming to Chicago.
Probably not.
So, like, you have to figure out quickly what you have with Justin Fields this next year. You can't be like, all right, hopefully we draft someone who's really, really good. So that I've now made it A++.
There we go.
Trade.
This whole legal tampering window is so funny to me that the NFL
best.
came out and said, well, okay, it's tampering, but it's legal now. Starting 2 days before free agency, the illegal thing, it's still going to be illegal, but we're going to make it temporarily legal for 2 days. They're going to have like a legal tampering window that opens up because these deals get done even before the legal tampering window starts.
Yep.
They're just going to have to keep backing up. The one player that it's affecting, you know who that is?
Who?
Lamar.
Yeah.
Because Lamar doesn't have an agent.
Yes.
So it would be illegal legal tampering if they tried to legal tamper with Lamar because they would be contacting him directly. Another team would be reaching out directly to Lamar, who's under contract with the Baltimore Ravens. So they have to wait until Wednesday to reach out to start that negotiation process.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the Lamar Jackson Ravens relationship, I would say, is not going well.
No. Well, he tweeted,
what was the tweet?
He tweeted out, somebody said, like, this is why you turned down like $200 million guaranteed, and then he just did a cap meme at him.
Yeah.
Like, this is cap, and then he replied with $133 million guaranteed, but I need an agent, and then the why the buddy pregnant emoji.
Yeah.
But I think he was saying that he maybe had an offer from the Ravens of $133 million a year, or $133 million guaranteed
for 3 years.
For 3 years, and so that might be what he turned down. But the shit's going to hit the fan pretty soon with Lamar. We're going to find out on. I'm sure that there are going to be some teams that are going to finally be like, okay, yes, we are desperate. Let's at least try.
Yeah, let's try to do this. And it just whenever it devolves to memes on Twitter, your contract negotiations, I'm going to just say it's not going well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair way to assess the situation.
It's not good.
All right, so we also had, let's see, McGlinchey went to the Broncos. Mm-hmm. He's a recurring guest. We never talked about the Jalen Ramsey trade to the Dolphins. The Dolphins feel a little super team-ish in a bad way.
Well,
a lot of dudes.
You're just thinking of Jalen Ramsey. When Jalen Ramsey went to the Rams, it's like, okay, super team. Now he's going to the Dolphins, so you think that super team carries over a little bit. They're happy with Tua. They're going to stick with Tua, apparently.
And I hope Tua plays.
Yeah, I was looking at what the Rams got for Jalen Ramsey. It's not really anything.
No.
It's not a lot.
That's what happens. It was the same thing last year with Khalil Mack, and everyone's like, oh, you didn't get anything. If a guy's a little bit older and he's getting a lot of money, it's hard to move him.
Yeah. I like the move, though.
Yeah.
And if I'm Jalen Ramsey, I love the move.
Yeah. The Dolphins are going to be very good. They have a lot of dudes. They have a lot of names now.
I need to look at the stats and see how much more money he's going to make in Florida because no state income tax.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
As opposed to California.
It's going to be huge. What other big...
Darren Waller to the Giants.
Darren Waller to the Giants. I love that move.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere Darren Waller goes, that's an addition.
And there was a weird So I think I have this right. Darren Waller just got married to, I don't know her name. She's on the Las Vegas Aces. And I think they were trying to keep the wedding under wraps, and Josh McDaniels accidentally said it out loud at the combine, and then he got traded 10 days later.
So that, yeah, I would be upset
Something
if I was
happened.
Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to go ahead and say full scholarship on the table right now for Darren Waller's kid with the Las Vegas Aces player.
Yeah, let me find her name because we're being very misogynistic.
In any sport to James Madison University.
Love
The
that.
offers out. It's unborn.
Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum and Kelsey Plum's husband, their child, I would like to make a scholarship offer. Any sport.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is, that kid's going to be a freak.
All right, so according to a report, Waller was upset with Josh McDaniels. The head coach apparently leaked the news of the wedding with WNBA star Kelsey Plum by accident during the NFL scouting combine. Waller was upset with McDaniels when the Las Vegas Review-Journal posted a story announcing the wedding was scheduled later in the week, so it was before the wedding. The couple had not publicly announced their plans to get married. Josh McDaniels is just repeating history.
A lot of people,
like this guy can't get out of his own way.
A lot of people don't like their Las Vegas weddings to be following them around places. Were they married by an Elvis impersonator?
But this is just so classic Josh McDaniels. Like,
how do you
star
accidentally
tight
do that?
end, he's like, hey, coach, I'm getting married, trying to keep it under wraps. He goes to the combine. He's like, oh, yeah, Darren Waller's getting married, trying to keep it under wraps.
How do you possibly accidentally leak that information?
know.
You know what, Darren, you probably shouldn't have told Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have known.
Well, knowing Josh McDaniels, he probably didn't like Darren Waller and was like, here's how I can get him mad, so mad that he demands a trade.
Yeah. History repeating itself, Josh McDaniels.
Just pissing off all his players.
He's going to go back to New England, and then he's going to get hired again as a head coach in 5
And
years.
just going to piss off everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, what other ones did we miss? Anything else?
Stephon Gilmore got traded.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Ryan got cut.
Now, Stephon Gilmore. Oh, he did. Yeah, that's right. That was sad.
He should have just retired.
Yeah. Stephon Gilmore is one of those guys that, like, he was really elite, and he hasn't been elite, but you see his name flash, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yep.
Nice job, Cowboys.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah.
No,
If
there's some
if
guys
I
like
could
that.
draft him in my fantasy league, I would, and everyone would be like, that's a reach. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was awesome 5 years ago.
Yeah, the Cowboys are happy with him. A lot of players on the Cowboys were making – it felt like they were doing the eyeball emoji tweet,
Yeah.
a lot of those guys, and the speculation is that they might try to get Hopkins because Hopkins is
Ooh.
going to be available.
Ooh.
A lot of teams want Hopkins, though.
Yeah.
I would say the Patriots, but the Patriots, they don't really like having good wide receivers anymore.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm going through the whole list. Marcus Davenport to the Vikings. I mean, that should help their defense, although I feel like
White coming home.
Mike
Yeah.
White going to the Dolphins. The New York Post, or maybe it was WFAN, posted a picture of him with a halo around him that looked like he died.
Yeah, it did. I did the Dwight Howard, Lord carry him now.
Yeah.
Because it actually looked like Mike White's dead. No, he's just going to Florida. That's what happens to people from New York right before they die.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's going to die.
The
We all do.
Falcons got Taylor Heineke.
Yep.
Fly free, my sweet prince.
Yep.
A lot of people were trying to get under my skin about that this morning online. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I've been.
Hey, can I give you a piece of advice?
I'm consistent on that.
Log off.
Log off. I did. I logged off for quite a while today. I'm very happy for Taylor. He got paid $20 million, 2-year contract.
Always welcome on the show.
$10 million a year, always welcome, and he knows that he'll come back on. But good for him. I'm happy for him. My prediction is that he's going to be the starting quarterback next year.
Ooh.
I think he's going to beat out Desmond Ridder in camp. That's just what Taylor Heineke does. And the fact that they're giving him a bunch of money,
Why aren't the Falcons trying to get Lamar Jackson?
I don't know.
Didn't they try to get Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, they were in on that.
If you were in on Deshaun Watson, why wouldn't you be in on Lamar Jackson?
I think they've got that cap room assigned for Will Compton.
Yeah, I guess so. But that doesn't make sense, right? On paper?
No, it doesn't.
I would rather have Lamar Jackson.
It doesn't at all.
If you're going to spend a lot with all the warts of Deshaun Watson, you're going to spend all that.
We don't know that he's got warts.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just hand jobs.
That wasn't part of it. Yeah, you'd think Lamar Jackson would be maybe thought about kick the tires.
Yeah. Well, what was weird is they were the first team, I think, to say we're not going after Lamar. But maybe they were just saying that because of the tampering window. They can't we're not going after Lamar Jackson until Wednesday.
Till Wednesday. Then it's on.
Then it's big time Lamar.
Oh yeah, and Jarrett Stidham's on the Broncos now. He's gonna really push Russell Wilson.
There we go.
Yeah.
So all right, so the Raiders, they have Jimmy G at quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
I don't know. They'll probably get like Ryan Mallett or someone, maybe Bailey Zappi. I don't know. Although Bailey Zappi came in after Josh McDaniels left.
I was about to say, it just, based on vibes, they seem like they would go for a former Texans quarterback, Davis Mills.
Yeah, or Brian Hoyer. Is he on? Is he still around?
Yeah, he's probably around.
Where's Brian
Matt
Hoyer?
Castle.
Yeah.
I think Shefty put out a tweet earlier today that was saying that Chad Henne has received interest from at least one team, but as for now, he's still retired.
Oh.
So Chad Henne could come and play for the Raiders. Also, stay very woke on this. Schefter, we love him. Schefter's gaming the system.
Oh.
He's gone through a pattern, and I've seen this on like 4 or 5 different tweets that he's put out when he's breaking the news live. He will say the transaction, and then he'll edit the tweet to add in a picture.
Oh.
After it's already been tweeted out.
So he's doing the speed.
So what he's going for speed, but also by uploading that picture, it makes that tweet stay at the top of people's timelines.
Oh.
Because it's like, this is an edited tweet, and for whatever reason, Elon has it in the programming where even as you keep refreshing, if it's an edited tweet, it stays at the top.
So he's like retweeting himself constantly.
Constantly retweeting himself.
Damn.
By editing every tweet once.
What a genius.
I mean, that's why he's at the top of the game.
Yeah. All right. Before we go to Hot Seat Cool Throne, Memes, I want to hear from you real quick. Where are you at mentally?
Not great. I just want this to be over.
Yeah. He's really. This is what he's going to do, though. He's like, it's basically getting the relationship off on a wrong foot.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Aaron Rodgers, great quarterback.
Really, 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 really good.
Great quarterback. I have a feeling like the way that this has started feels like his heart's not all the way into playing for the Jets, right?
Yeah, but historically speaking, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to be the best quarterback that you guys have had on the team for probably since Tebow.
Ever?
But he's
Ever?
Yeah, probably ever. He's still going to be that
I
good.
think it's ever.
But you have to question it. I mean, not to bring up Barstool Van Talk, but it is kind of like that scenario.
Yeah.
Where it seems like even before it happens, it's off to a rocky start. So what I'm saying is they're going to bench him after one quarter if it follows in our footsteps. But you know what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like if Aaron Rodgers really, really wanted to play for the Jets badly, this probably would have been over by now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But what's the deal with Randall Cobb?
I mean, he's
He's a security blanket.
yeah.
Somebody's got to explain that.
Aaron Rodgers just loves him.
He's his best friend.
Yeah.
I
He's going everywhere with him.
I respect that about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're going to sign me, you got to sign Randall Cobb.
And you know what? We're doing the Twitter. We're trying to ruin your fun. So let us not do that. Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, you guys will be a Super Bowl contender. I really do believe that.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Look at that, Memes. You getting excited?
At least preseason.
Yeah.
You're going to have a full off season of buzz and expectations. That's going to be fun.
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl contender.
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
I think going into the season,
I'm just in disbelief that he hasn't been traded yet.
Okay, but if he's on the team, you are a Super Bowl contender in my mind. And I'm not doing this as like a bit. He is very, very good. I know from firsthand experience how fucking good he is.
All right, then.
All right. By the way,
do you play the Bears next year?
No.
no.
with that
Someone was like, "Would you rather?" One of the worst "Would you rather's" I've ever seen on Twitter tweeted at me. Would you rather the Packers win the Super Bowl or Aaron Rodgers and the Jets beat the Bears in the Super Bowl? Like, I would definitely rather lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we've established that
Talked
losing the
about
Super
this.
Bowl
You mean
is-
the Bears go to the Super Bowl?
Losing a Super Bowl would be fucking
I
sweet.
still hate the Packers. It's just I hate Aaron Rodgers as well. But I hate the Packers more than Aaron Rodgers, especially now that he's gone. He's gone. Hey, Hank isn't here. What should we do? Numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah.
What do you got, Billy? 69?
counts?
Yeah, this counts.
yeah,
This counts.
it counts.
Officially, this counts.
Wait, let me get my money out.
This counts.
18.
I'll go 17.
18.
I'm going to go with
We have numbers at the end of the show, too, with Hank here, so he does get a real shot.
I'm going to go 77.
Oh, man, if 17 comes up.
20. I would do anything for 17.
Anything.
12.
Anything.
You and Drake.
Anything. Anything. One.
Oh, one. Ew.
Whoa.
Gross. Gross.
Fun.
All right, we recorded the rest of the show earlier in the day, so let's kick it to ourselves. Stanford Steve was awesome. March Madness tips, and so was Snooki. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. There's nothing like excitement of the big tournament, but every buzzer beater for your team is someone else's bracket buster, and every game is a chance to turn the tables. There's nothing better than that Thursday. You get to the bar with your friends. Maybe you're at home. Crack open an ice-cold Coors Light. It's tournament time. Watching all the games. It is the absolute coldest, most refreshing beer out there. There's only one beer that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, it is as cold as the Rockies. When you need to hit reset, just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment, made to chill. Friday of the tournament, we're going to be in Columbus. I think it's Coors Light time. Thursday, we got a tape, but Friday, it might be Coors Light time for the boys because we love Coors Light. Thank you to Coors Light, our wonderful sponsor. When you need a strategic timeout from the madness, reach for Coors Light. I'm going to do that on the stream. I'm going to call a timeout, 20-second timeout. Boom. Give me a Coors Light. It's a beer that's made to chill so you can refresh the spirit and jump back into the excitement. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzy or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. CoorsLight.com/take. Okay, Hot Seat Cool Throne. Henry. The gregarious Henry Lockwood.
What does that mean?
It means you're just a great
What does that mean?
storyteller.
Jovial.
Yeah, you're a great storyteller.
Effervescent.
Everyone wants to be around you.
If I was to describe you in one word, it would be sadistic.
Sadistic? Why?
What is happening right now is just
Hank accidentally told me that
not accidentally. Like this is I thought it was a safe space. I thought we were a family in here. I thought we can tell each other things that when we're vulnerable or we're sensitive or things that bother us, and it's going to be okay.
When has that ever been the case?
I told Big Cat.
There's so many things I didn't tell you guys I was afraid of heights for 7 years.
That's true.
Big Cat
we went up to the Empire State Building.
Big Cat was rattled because me and PFT were right about how to highlight your bracket.
PFT actually said he does it both ways. He's bi-curious when it comes to bracket highlighting.
Yeah, I swing around.
And then
he's just in college he did it one way, and then the rest of his life he did it the other.
Wasn't for me.
And Big Cat basically stole my bracket from me.
Well, no, I'm holding your bracket because I want you to highlight every game when we're in Columbus.
And then he started to fold it up, and I cringed and was like, I really hate that sound of folding paper. And Big Cat has spent the last 20 minutes being like, is your head like my headphones on because I have to worry about sneak attacks now, which is problematic for this podcast.
I realize you just called folding paper a sneak attack on you.
It is.
We're now finally getting justice for your yawns.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's the thing.
I'm gonna have a piece of paper on me at all times. Hank releases a yawn. Boom. Oh.
We also found out that Max hates the sound of paper rubbing together, like this.
We got you guys
now
in
that's
a
paper.
corner. Okay, go ahead. Put your headphones back on. I won't do it again.
No.
What about the sound of paper tearing when you go like?
Oh, I like that.
That's fine.
Okay. Are your hot seat cool?
Oh no, Hank, you winced.
He winced a little.
That was a big
Well,
one.
You didn't like that, Max?
Carson Wentz.
I mean, now we're just being rude to the listeners. People are
don't
going to
care.
be
They
no,
don't care.
no,
They
they
don't
care.
They are. They're happy.
It's ASMR.
They used to care. They've changed. My cool throne is I have a couple. First one is Wales.
Oh,
great.
wait, you're not doing a hot seat first.
My hot seat was me because I had to deal with the
Okay.
sadistic freaks on the other side of the room.
Let your freak flag fly, Hank.
Yeah, I just feel like I can't be myself. I can't be vulnerable, and that's sad. And my cool throne is Wales.
Yeah?
Brendan Fraser won the Oscar.
Dude, what a comeback for Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser turns
All
out
time.
is a universally beloved person.
Well, I mean, it's a tale as old as time when it comes to just like culture. We tear people down, and then when we build them back up, we're like, we always loved that guy. It's like, well, Hollywood, you teared him down for many, many years.
Yeah, I'm proud to say I never tore down. I did not
didn't either.
participate in the teardown
No.
of Brendan Fraser.
School Ties,
I still
unreal
think
movie.
Monkey Bone is a great film.
Yeah, Mr. Encino Man. Was he Encino Man?
yeah,
What was the
Encino
movie
Man?
with Elizabeth Hurley?
Bedazzled.
Wasn't he
That it?
Steve?
Yeah.
Wasn't he
Bonk
Steve
City.
Nebraska?
I love that movie.
Proud Bonk. That is
Yeah.
maybe my most proud bonk of all time.
Yeah.
And to this day, Elizabeth Hurley would.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Wait, wasn't he Steve Nebraska? And what was that? What was that movie?
George of the Jungle is how I remember him.
The Scout. Yeah, the Scout. He was Steve Nebraska. The
That's
pitcher.
right. The
Yeah,
pitcher
yeah.
that also hit dingers.
And
Yeah.
he pitched, I think, a perfect game.
Yep.
Where he all strikes.
Yep, he got lowered into the stadium from a helicopter, I believe.
Dude, Brendan Fraser rocks.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Hollywood. Also, fuck you, Hollywood, for leaving off Paulie Walnuts, Michael Servino. Or no, that's not his name. Fuck, people are gonna get mad that I actually just doubled down on it.
Was Ray Liotta on it?
For sure.
Yeah, Michael Servino was the right name. No, that was not his name. Fuck, Paul Servino. They left off some like pretty big names. Paul Servino, remember he was the boss in Goodfellas. They left him off.
Paulie Gulatieri?
Yeah. No, his name's Paul Servino. That's actually his name. And then they left off Paulie Walnuts,
Yes.
which is bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Absolute bullshit. And Tom Sizemore.
Hollywood phonies.
They left off Tom Sizemore.
Yeah. And also Top Gun didn't win Best Picture.
Bullshit. Well, the Whale did. No, the Whale didn't.
Well, that was
Everything
Scientology.
Everywhere all at once.
That's our Oscars recap.
Yep.
Hope everyone enjoyed
Nobody
it.
got slapped. That was bullshit.
Yeah. That was bullshit.
Speaking, and then my other cool throw
Back to Wales.
was well, shout out Wales. A lot of them are dying and washing up on New Jersey. We got to figure that out, Billy.
Are they really?
We got our best man on it.
He's gonna look in-
Sonars.
Oh, sonars.
Yeah,
okay.
that's actually true.
What if they're just
Greta's kind of killing them.
What if
low-key.
they're just too fat?
No, it's like it's what Billy's saying.
Sonars?
Greta low key?
Really?
Oh, no, it's
hitting with her
windmills.
boat?
It's windmills.
Windmills.
Windmills
How are windmills killing
send off
whales?
sonar.
Yeah, they
It like
fuck
like
with the
fucks
sound.
up. Yeah, it fucks them up.
They just go insane and they wash ashore?
Yeah, it's like if like the whales put in some type of machinery that just like fucked with our ears
It's
24/7.
like
Stop.
doing this. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sonar for whales.
It's rubbing the paper till
Yeah.
they die.
Yeah.
Also, shout out
That's what's gonna
Killer
happen to
Whales.
me.
Shout out Orca's marketing team because I've been doing a lot of Orca videos recently. Orcas are
Doing
fucked up
them?
animals, dude. Yeah.
What? Explain
I've been,
doing.
I've been
orca
mainlining
videos.
orca videos.
People say that orcas have never killed a person in the wild. That's because they've gotten away with all the times they've done it.
yeah,
That's my
orcas.
theory.
Orcas are metal as shit. Orcas,
It's a perfect crime.
Yeah,
They
the
just-
person
all the
dies
time.
in the ocean from an orca and no one's there to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's they get away with it.
Yeah.
They kill everyone who saw it.
We haven't had
They
a,
deserved it,
We
though,
haven't
the
had a good
people.
story
Yeah.
about a person getting swallowed by a whale in a while and then getting spit back up.
No, dude,
we should bring that back.
There was actually like a year ago, a kayaker got swallowed by a whale, like getting krill. There's a video, and then they got spat out.
Holy shit.
Like, actually, look it up.
That rocks.
that is awesome. So whales.
Yeah, my other cool throw is Blake Griffin.
Why?
Have you guys seen they're coming out with a show about the Donald Sterling situation?
Oh.
And they have, actors for Blake, Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, like the whole crew. You haven't seen the cast pictures?
No.
I'll send them. It's funny, but I'm excited to see the show. I would like to get Blake on and hear. I don't know if it's one of those things where, the people that are involved are like, this is a bullshit representation. This isn't even what happened. Kind of like the Showtime Lakers show where they all had issues with it, or if it's something that Blake might be in cahoots with, type deal.
So who's playing Blake?
I don't know who the actor is. But
Do
he's
they
got
have
red
Donald
hair.
Sterling saying, what is Big Magic Johnson? What has he ever done?
That's
he
gotta-
got AIDS.
It's got to start the show, I would assume.
Also, the greatest deposition of all time.
Yeah, they need to do
I just
that.
pulled it up. I'm going to read it real quick. This is from Donald Sterling. Well, I fool around sometimes. I do. When a girl seduces me and tells me all these hot stories and dirty things and tells me how much she wants to suck on me and takes my shoes off and licks my feet and touches me. When I'm in a limousine, she takes all of her clothes. The limo driver said, "What is going on?" And she started sucking me on the way to Mr. Coon's house, and I thank her. I thank her for making me feel good. Question, or the other person, sir, the question was, is this your handwriting? True.
I would have John Voight play Donald Sterling. That would be good.
Yeah.
But they gave Blake's actor red hair too, like
Oh.
really red.
They should have just had Taylor do it. That would have been cool if his brother was his. All right, let me see the picture. These are the actors. Okay. Blake Griffin, where is he?
JJ's.
Oh, but he doesn't look anything like him. No, this is Blake got done dirty. Oh, the guy's kind of attractive. Do you think Chris Paul? They should have had Cliff Paul do it. That would have been sick. Oh no, it's Al Bundy is Donald Sterling.
Yep.
That's a good casting call.
That is good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Ed
Okay.
O'Neill.
Yeah. Okay. Good hot seat cool throne, Hank.
Thanks.
I won't ever do the paper thing again.
Thanks.
Great job, Hank.
What's yours,
Thanks.
PFT?
My hot seat is going to be my golf game.
Oh.
My golf game's in trouble. I haven't been able to practice in like a week and a half, and if you're a real dimplehead like me, you know that it just takes the wind out of your sails entirely. Speaking of orcas, I'm like the orca that's in captivity with a fin that's bent over because I can't get out and practice because I got a nasty blister. Last time, Hank and I went after last Sunday's show and just drilled balls for like an hour, full hour, getting swings in. Tore up my hand so bad that I haven't been able to use my hand for anything. Like, I've had a gnarly blister, which is good for my masturbation strike. But it sucks. It sucks not being able to get out there and hit the links with the fellas.
Thoughts and prayers.
And I can't wait to get back into the game.
Thoughts and prayers.
But how do you golf and not get blisters? I was thinking about becoming the first golfer to be like Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah.
Two Gloves?
No, the guy who hit the
Yeah.
hole-in-one. There's a guy on tour who wears 2 gloves.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just have to be a 2-glove golfer from now on.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
have
Power
him be
through.
your favorite golfer.
Pee on your hands.
What's his name?
That's right,
It's like
Moises
aha
Alou.
or something.
Yeah.
Moises Alou was like, I piss on my hands every day in the shower. That's why I don't wear batting gloves. But I think that he just got caught peeing on his hands one
Tommy
time.
Two Gloves Gainey.
There we go.
That's his name? No, that's not the guy we're talking about. By the way, that's just a prelude to Jake having maybe the toughest moment he's ever had in the Stanford Steve interview.
yeah.
You
Gotta bounce
missed
back,
it,
Jake.
Hank. It was real bad. It was real bad.
I'm just fortunate you guys are letting me stay on the show.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tommy Gainey does wear 2 gloves, so you're right on that. But the guy who hit the hole-in-one, I don't know. There's a guy who's currently, and he hit a hole-in-one on 17 at TPC, and it was electric. And then everyone was like, whoa, did that guy wear 2 gloves?
Aaron Rye.
Aaron Rye.
Here we go.
So you just got to be an Aaron Rye
Okay, I'll
guy.
be the Aaron Rye guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
PF
His iron
Two Gloves.
covers.
Yeah. Okay, your cool throne?
My cool throne is Great Britain and USA. Great Britain beat Colombia in the World Baseball Classic. Huge upset.
Okay.
I don't even think that anybody from Great Britain on the team is actually English. I think they're all guys that are in the minor leagues that have like some sort of like grandfather
Yeah.
from Great Britain. But they beat Colombia. That's good for Great Britain. It's also good for Team USA to advance by beating Colombia. So Team USA might still be in it. It's hard for me to get in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
But
Did you find out about the bases?
the bases, I don't think they're as big, so that's why I'm not interested.
Damn.
Those bases need to be 50% bigger, and then I'll be like, yes, I am officially watching.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to watch, but I am going, when I see the graphics on screen, if I see the American flag beating another flag,
Correct.
then I'll be like, fuck yeah, go USA.
I had that same thought last night when Mike Trout hit that dinger.
Yeah, USA.
Also, not cool that everyone's like, "Oh, Mike, this is the closest Mike Trout will be to the playoffs." That was mean. He's just out there fucking repping our country, mashing just bombs. But yeah, I had the same thought where I was like, if USA gets in the finals, I'm in.
100%. Yeah. And then I'm going to see the lineup that we're going up against in probably the Dominican Republic and be like,
Yeah.
well, we're done.
Yeah.
We're toast. But
Yeah.
it's fun to have a World Cup of baseball just on in the background.
Right.
You don't actually have to listen to, but you can get invested in just to be like, we still got it. We're still the USA.
It's a win-win. Either U.S. doesn't win, and I just never recognize that this happened, or they do win, and I put on American flag shirt and watch the final game.
And then I act like I was behind USA the entire time.
Yeah.
My other cool throne is Pup Punk because it just got announced today. We're playing at the Oceans Calling Music Festival if there's no hurricane this summer.
Nice.
So it's September 29th through October 1st. It looks like we're opening. I'm looking at this for the very first time. I just got it. We're opening up for John Mayer.
Oh, hell
that's,
yes.
That's pretty cool.
That's
we got
sick.
John Mayer, Incubus, Sheryl Crow, Bonk, Dispatch, Jimmy Eat World, Matt and Kim. We're opening up for those guys.
Bonk.
What
many
was that bonk for?
How many in between you and John Mayer?
We are the smallest font possible. They created a
But
new,
you're opening for John Mayer.
They created a font so small for Pup Punk that it's never existed before, and only ants can read it. But we are opening up for John Mayer.
They're going to shuffle you off before John Mayer even shows
Yeah.
up.
Oh, for sure. They're probably not even going to put our name up on
Yeah.
whatever like official like load in paperwork.
Yeah,
that
you'll be
goes
like
out that
Spinal
day.
Tap. You're going to have like a green room and a janitor's closet.
And then the Lumineers are playing on Sunday.
Oh, hell yes.
And Weezer. So we're opening up for Weezer and the Lumineers too.
Nice.
And the Wallflowers
I love the Lumineers. Lumineers are a fall band.
for
You
sure.
just, when the leaves turn, you pop open the Lumineers and just rejoice in it.
So I guess a secondary hot seat for this is going to be Frankie because Frankie is going to be overseas at the Ryder Cup.
Oh,
He's going to be off site for this, so we need to find a new drummer for it.
I'll do it.
You'll do it? I was actually going
Imagine
to.
if I did it, just didn't practice. Like, all right, guys.
This is the only time where it might be realistic to get Travis Barker involved. Travis, you play for every other band.
Yeah.
Definitely realistic.
Yeah, come play
Totally
for Pop
realistic.
Punk. Come on, Travis.
Just be like, hey, dude, you want to open for John Mayer?
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah.
All right, official invitation extended. If Big Cat can't make it,
Yep.
then Travis Barker will be our drummer.
It sucks you're not playing on Sunday though, because then you could say, kind of stretch the truth, John Mayer's opening for you.
Well, let's see who's opening for us on Friday because it's a 3-day. Jack Johnson is opening for us.
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette opening
you go.
for us. Third Eye Blind.
Oh, I mean, I'm a huge Third Eye Blind fan.
Yeah, so they're
Top 10 album.
they're lucky enough to be opening for Pup Punk at Ocean's Calling Music Festival. Again, that's September 29th through October 1st in Ocean City, Maryland. Shout out Secrets, one of the best bars in America.
I love it. All right, my hot seat is me for incorrectly tagging Stephen A. Smith as a strip club guy. He came out on the record. He said he's not a strip club guy.
Doesn't like the smell.
Doesn't like the smell. He said he used to go when he was a younger man, but not for him anymore. Does not like the smell.
There's a very distinct smell
There
involved
is.
in strip clubs.
But it was just... Actually, you know what? I'm taking myself off the hot seat because if you have to come out and say you're not a strip club guy, you are a strip club guy.
That's true.
He's just going to the strip clubs we don't know about.
He goes to strip clubs, but he doesn't love them.
Yeah. He plugs his nose.
Yeah, he puts Vicks Vapor Rub inside his nostrils when he goes to a strip club.
And
Up, I was wrong. The strip club Shotgun Willie's, they did provide. They reached out to the New York
Fucked
Post
up.
to provide all those quotes. They were trying to say they were trying to stick up for John Morant. They're probably going to lose some top tier clientele. They were thinking to themselves, "We'll just get free advertising.
Right.
More people will come in." But you would probably rather have one John Morant than have 500
Correct.
people who aren't John Morant.
yeah,
come
like
into your club.
if you're a celebrity or someone who's trying to go to the strip club and remain anonymous, Shotgun Willie's is not the place for you anymore.
Definitely not.
They'll just fucking air your dirty laundry.
I still love that picture for John Morant.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
If you're going to get caught on camera in a strip club, the best way to do it is to be getting a lap dance while the entire room is covered
Yes.
in money.
Yes.
That's a cool look.
And then my cool throne is Max. Max is immortalized on a coffee mug. So we're doing Mug Mania. You can buy limited edition, only 4 days. We have Sad Max on a coffee mug at sellbluecoffee.com that just says before coffee. That picture, it's maybe one of my favorite pictures.
That will
of all
follow you
time.
around.
Yeah, that will be, I mean, it is truly, we all have them. You just got to embrace the fact that you are now part of the club of bad pictures, of sad pictures. But yeah, that picture, God damn it, do I love it. Every time I look at it, I chuckle. I'm buying one. I'm buying a mug.
Yesterday, I did my laundry from the Super Bowl last week, folded it last
Wait,
night.
what? It's,
No, that's correct.
Hold on.
Do you have a laundry
March?
machine?
It's
I
March?
do.
Is it March?
Yeah. Yes. it
You
would
have
be
a
March.
laundry machine and it took you that long?
No, well, I did my laundry. We've been traveling. Yeah.
Okay.
In Indy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
been a lot of
2
travel.
days.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the middle of the week.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
been a lot of travel, Max. I agree. I was
Yeah.
looking around my living
Well-
room the other day. I have currently 3 suitcases in my living
I
room.
do that too.
With clothes that I wore. Actually, the
See?
Super Bowl
That's-
suitcase I
yeah.
just unpacked.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I
you-
did that laundry last Monday.
I just throw all
You
my
know what?
clothes out.
You know what my move is? I do.
Baller.
If I have 2 trips close together, I just won't. I'll come home with the suitcase, and I'll leave it in the corner of my apartment, and then when I'm ready to go on the next trip, I'll just throw the entire suitcase in the laundry and then put it right back in.
Yeah, you're set. That's
Yeah.
your go bag.
It's like
No, yeah,
I've already packed.
Yeah, that's basically what I did. But I was going through my Super Bowl laundry and pulling out that shirt and the sweatpants was like,
Oh, all the
I don't see
memories.
like
should
a
frame 'em.
PTSD.
I just don't see a situation where I can ever wear them again.
You
The
gotta burn 'em.
sweatpants,
Eagles back in the Super Bowl. You have to.
that would be the last time. to wear it.
Redemption.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Unfinished business.
If I flipped the script, that would have.
Yes.
Your sweatpants are the Brendan Fraser of clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What a
feel like you're
redemption
putting too
story
much
that would
blame
be.
on the sweatpants and not enough on
I mean,
your
that's what
personal
that's,
actions.
Haircut.
That's all. Any. Oh, okay.
I want to see those sweatpants in rotation. They make me laugh every time.
They're very funny.
Please, I'm
Yeah,
asking
no.
you. By the way, we skipped over it when you said Blake Griffin. Hank, panic button out at all?
Oh,
Because
Yeah, I
speaking of
wanted to say
whales,
that
why didn't we
too.
talk about your whale play?
yeah.
Hank had whale play. Celtics minus 13. They lost.
Damon Stoudemire,
outright to the Rockets.
all-time glue guy. He got a new job, I think, with Georgia Tech, and he was like, I'm going to come to the Hawks game because I want one more night with the boys. Like, he could have obviously just not, continued to coach. So I was like, wow, this is inspiring. The Celtics are going to play their ass off for their coach for one last time. Whale play.
This is against the Rockets, right?
13.5-point favorites.
Against the Rockets.
I did a whale play, and then they
cover?
were down a lot in the third quarter. They didn't play well, so I live bet them when they were plus money, and then they lost. I've been grinding PGA Tour, 2K23 PFT, if you want to get some reps offline.
Yep.
When you can't play on the course. And I was streaming with Rudy. I had it was maybe the worst 4 seconds of my you could ever predict or imagine, and it's hard to really explain into words. Had a putt to win a hole, was online the whole way. Literally went around the cup, missed. I was frustrated. I look up as Jason Tatum is driving to the hole to miss a layup to tie the game.
Oh,
and
I'm gonna need that clip.
I legitimately threw my headset and walked away. Well, I wasn't on video. It was Rudy's stream, so you can just hear me. But it was, I rage quit. I was I haven't felt like that since I was a 10-year-old, I think.
Are you worried, though, about the Celtics? Because it feels like they're very good. Something might be a little off.
I think the something is Tatum. I think he's just not playing his A game right now. I think if he finds it, I mean, it's not a hot take to say, you need Jason Tatum to be on his A game to win a championship.
Correct.
So I think that's what they have to figure out. And he's just not, he's scoring a lot, but he's missing a lot of shots. He's got to figure it out, and that's what we need to figure out to win.
How are we feeling about Marcus Smart right now? Because it seems like he's back in his old bag, where he's just throwing guys to the ground, being a hothead.
I mean that's Marcus Smart with him. You live and die with him. I love Marcus Smart. I'll ride him till
he is a true
the wheels fall
live
off.
He is a true
you can't nitpick the bad.
Yeah,
because it's then you just be mad.
But that's all everyone does.
Not me.
But sometimes Marcus Smart does that because he's frustrated, and sometimes he does it because he's so amped up about how things are going.
He makes some wild plays, some wild decision making, and that's you got to live and die with it.
But it is always fun when you have a player on your team that is very divisive in the fan base, and you just get in arguments. It's we're all on the same team here, but there's Marcus Smart people, there's not Marcus Smart people, and I feel like you just argue for it.
There's intangibles. I would argue on the side of intangibles where it's he makes bonehead decisions, but he's also obviously a team leader, and he sets the tone on defense. There's a lot of things that you don't see that you get with Marcus Smart that benefits the team versus the things obviously the turnovers and the bad shot selection sometimes. But it's the good and the bad, and I'll take the good all day.
Also, I think he criticized refereeing a few days ago, and then I think he got ejected and a technical the 2 games after.
He did. He got fined, which brings his fine total in his career up to $520,000.
That's awesome.
So cool.
So that again, that's where it's not like this is new with hhim. This is just how he is and how he always has been.
Cost of doing business.
Yeah. He should aspire to be $1 million fine guy.
We were 2-0 the Grant Williams. I'm gonna make both, and then he missed and they lost. He hadn't played. Blake had been playing his minutes. They were 2-0. So before that.
All right. So Blake Griffin's the key. Bill, your hot seat cool throw.
First hot seat is Trey Wingo. Depending on what happens in the rest of the day, this may be irrelevant. But Trey Wingo reported Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets, and he might have blown it too early.
That's a sin.
I'm blaming him.
Yeah. That
fuck him.
Send anyone that does that to the gulag.
I'm sending Cocaine Bear into your backyard.
Oh,
yeah.
I still don't forgive him for the bear tweet when he said this bear is in my backyard, and it was the same picture of a bear that he had used.
He's the
7
boy who
years
cried
ago.
bear.
Yeah, he cried bear.
He cried bear. So
Billy just took that line from me that's what I told Billy yesterday.
Yeah. It was funny though, seeing Dove Kleinman aggregate Trey Wingo and report it as fact, and then you saw Garrett Wilson on the Jets. He was on vacation. He's like, now I can enjoy my vacation. You should see the smile on me now. And then everyone was like, dude, nothing has happened yet. And Garrett Wilson said, I ain't going to fake it. I thought Dove Bro tweet was the news break I was waiting for. Shaking my head. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Dove Bro.
That's what Dove does.
The Dove Bro tweet.
Dove Bro.
And Dove had to be like, I aggregate the news.
Yeah,
sorry.
this is not breaking. I'm taking other people's breaking news.
Yes.
It would make sense that Rodgers would give the scoop to noted pothead Trey Wingo, though.
Yeah.
They probably enjoy blazing it up a little bit together.
True.
Leroy reported it also. However, Leroy received word from a direct source close to Aaron Rodgers that he decided to play for the Jets. So we're standing by Leroy's report.
But is there a statute of limitations in hours? Because I feel like both Wingo, if he signs, well, I guess we shouldn't have even done this because it probably signed it, and we probably started the show with this.
Yeah, so Leroy's very careful in how he words his tweets
Right.
and how he words his breaking news. He says Aaron Rodgers has decided to play for the New York Jets.
Got it.
So Aaron has picked the Jets over retirement. There still need to be some T's crossed, some I's dotted between the two teams on compensation.
Got it.
And in case he does get signed, we delete that. My other hot seat is Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Catch Me If You Can, Frank Abagnale.
Yeah.
Don't know if I pronounced that right. Turns out he
Abagnale.
lied about lying.
Yeah.
He might have not lied as much
He's
as
the
he
greatest.
said he
He's
lied.
the GOAT liar.
Wait, this isn't news though.
I just saw recently
Okay, got
that
it.
they did an investigation.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because like I remember when the movie came out and people were like, "No, he didn't do all these things."
Yeah.
and he was like, "Well, I didn't do all of them."
The con man is being honest this time.
Yeah.
We can trust him.
That is good that you got the news on TikTok.
Yeah.
That
It's
movie's
news to
up
me.
there with Shawshank.
It is. I rewatched it.
I'll watch it.
yeah.
It's good enough to watch with commercials
Yes.
on TV.
Yes, I rewatched it a few weeks ago and I was like, "Yeah, this movie was fucking good."
It
It's
came
so
on
good.
Netflix.
Yeah,
And then I watched it for the first time.
You know what's crazy to think about?
Inspiring.
If you
Yeah.
inspiring.
you can lie your way to the top.
No, the
It's-
internet
they're,
ruined
They're
that.
gonna make one about George Santos.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
he's-
that George Santos right now is scamming the shit out of other Congress people.
Oh yeah.
He
That's right. He's
inspires
selling
me
dogs.
to get into politics. If he can do it, then
Yeah,
I mean,
anyone
I haven't done
can.
half this shit.
Yeah.
No, honestly, there's a world where we have like President Lockwood and Vice President Football in
Yeah.
about 30 years.
My favorite George,
Nah, I stick to
besides
sports.
George Santos saying he was, he said that he was Jewish, and then when someone called him on it, he was like, "No, I said I was Jewish." That was an all-time line, like the best line ever.
Yeah.
But my other one that I loved, he said that,
unbelievable.
yeah, he said, "No, I was Jewish." He also said that he was like a incredible volleyball player at Baruch College, noted alum Glennie Balls. It's just so funny to be like, here's the lie, and my lie in my like fantasy, I was just really good at volleyball.
Yeah, and
like
he-
why wouldn't you just be a sick football player?
Well, he also tripled down on the volleyball thing, and he said that he tore his ACL
Yeah.
and played through it. That's how tough he was playing volleyball.
yeah,
He really is an inspiration.
yeah. He also has like, he basically had so many lies that like he actually couldn't be born. He was like, my grandmother died in the Holocaust, my mom died in 9/11. It's like, wait, then how are you here?
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense.
Who just perseveres through and through.
And McCool Throne's Bitcoin, low key back.
Oh,
Okay, lightweight
Yeah.
back.
is it ripping?
I mean, I checked it. All this bank stuff made me like, let me check all my assets, which was like a couple of weird coins in my crypto wallets from like the NFT boom stuff. And I was like, oh shit, it's not like nothing like a week ago.
So that means that the 3 bored apes that we get per episode,
Yeah,
we just essentially got a raise.
we're booming.
I did see the clip, Billy, of you on the finance podcast talking about what you did with your rough and rowdy winnings, and it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Billy was like, "Are you want to say?" It was just like Billy
Basically,
was like, "Yeah, I
I
took
put-
all my rough and rowdy winnings and put them in like, what were they called?
Roth IRA.
No,
Yeah.
what was the?
Oh, ARC funds.
ARC funds.
I basically put all my money in the stock market when it was all way overvalued, and yeah, not a good move. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, Rough and Rowdy just takes down everyone who does it here because Jerry had the same thing where he went competed in Rough and Rowdy, won, and then didn't realize that he had to pay taxes on it either. So it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like
What'd you
free
do,
money. They don't tax money for fighting.
Hank, did you come back from that financially?
Yeah, I got $10K cash. I just went on vacation.
Naturally.
Hell yeah.
Would have been a better.
So did you
investment.
pay taxes on that?
Yeah,
Totally.
obviously.
All right,
You know I
Jake.
don't fuck around with
No,
taxes.
you don't. It's coming up now. Soon.
I know. I got a guy.
Fuck yeah.
Hank,
Who is it?
If you had to run for president, would you run left or right?
What's Bernie?
Way
very,
left.
Very left.
wrong?
All right.
You're Bernie, bro?
Wrong about everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hank Leftwood.
Me and AOC.
Jake.
My hot seat is being negative.
Can you go green? Well, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, you can be Green Party.
I'd be Green Party.
Marianne Williamson.
Yeah.
You
Green
aren't
Party.
going to like
I
it
think
when you
Hank-
dig into Green Party, but yeah, go for
I
it.
think Hank's going to end up actually eating us one day.
Well, I was just thinking, like, what's red plus blue combined?
Purple.
Oh, I thought it was green. Fuck. All right, I'm purple party.
Right?
All right.
It's purple. I think.
Purple.
Purple. Lean into it.
All right, Jake.
My hot seat's being negative.
Yes, this story's crazy.
Yeah,
and you
so
should be ashamed.
I am ashamed. It's
Okay.
a very bad look.
All right, so explain it.
For who?
Explain it.
Confirming. What do you mean? I was right, Billy.
Explain it.
ESPN Syracuse affiliate. They fired a local radio host, Brent Axe, also a professor at Syracuse University. They said he was too negative.
Now, who owns this radio station?
So Ed Levine, who was a close friend of Jim Boeheim,
Oh,
and I believe they're bringing him on
Who, Jim Boeheim?
part time for some appearances.
so does Jim Boeheim? He's an investor in this company.
So Coach Boeheim and I are personal friends, and he's an investor in my company.
Oh no.
I have earlier he said I had a problem with the content of the show. I'm an SU fan. I'm sorry, but I bleed orange. I'm not going to apologize for that, and I think a fair reading of the orange is appropriate.
This guy has to be the worst sports radio executive of all time. Sports radio exists to be negative.
Yeah.
Like being like, yeah, good thing we missed the tournament. Like the boys are looking good next year. Who wants to listen to that?
I'm the most positive person out there. There's a reason I
So
don't
you
like
think
doing.
it was a bullshit firing?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I'm like, the reason I don't do sports talk and I like play-by-play. Play-by-play, you just call as you see it.
Yeah.
I don't like having big opinions. Obviously, that's why I never wanted to go the talk avenue. So that's the point of this is having opinions. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He threw him under the bus. Threw him under Jim Boeheim's SUV.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Was
want
it
him on the
SUV
show.
or
You guys
sedan?
want him on the show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He might get us
No,
fired.
no, you don't get to cut.
I'm kidding.
Also, when you say didn't go the talk avenue,
Were you gonna
talk
be?
that one out.
Yeah. Jim Rome was an avenue for a while.
What show are you on?
I didn't go the talk avenue.
How many times do I provide opinions here?
No, but they're asking like, what? Like, did you never even attempted to talk avenue? Like, you at a young age, you're like, I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, like I tried out at the student radio station. I tried having a talk show. And I was like, this isn't for me.
It would be
Okay,
great.
I would
though.
like to hear those tapes.
It would be great. You're just like reading the scores.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Here's what happened.
So
No, this was bullshit. This is absolute
Crazy.
bullshit.
yeah,
Brent Axe.
yeah,
Although his name's kind of a foreshadow, right?
yeah. That's what people said.
Is Jim Boeheim being on sports talk radio going to be good at all?
No.
I feel like he's not going to be good at it.
It would actually be great though, because Jim Boeheim.
I don't get why people like just chill out.
Yeah.
You
Just
have
go
money.
chill. Yeah, you don't. It's over. You can't control this anymore.
Yeah.
You controlled it for 47 years.
Move to Florida.
Let everyone else have a chance. Agreed.
Yeah, not great. There were a ton of alums being like, "What's going on here?"
They're going to reinstate this guy, I bet.
Are you in like an alumni Facebook group or something?
Just what I've seen on Twitter.
Okay.
My cool throne is Puerto Rico. Talked about the World Baseball Classic. They threw a perfect game against Israel, 10-0, or did they? The debate comes back.
How many
because
pitchers?
It was a mercy rule in 8
Oh,
innings.
does not count.
Was it one pitcher?
4 pitchers.
4 pitchers. Max, is that a no-hitter?
Perfect
game.
No.
24 up,
See, no,
24 down.
I was actually thinking about this. There are so many no-hitters, fake-ass no-hitters now. No, I think it's actually history is going to look
You'll be
well on me.
justified?
I don't know the saying, but like in college baseball, it's every single day. I see something else for a combined no-hitter because it's so much easier to get a combined no-hitter that's fake.
I have a
You're
question.
saying the words no-hitter, though.
I have a simple question. Game 4 of the World Series this year, how many hits did the Phillies get?
I get it. There are
Wait, no, just answer the question. Just answer the
it should
question. How many hits did
They
they get?
had 0 hit. Like it can
None.
be a
No
0.
hits.
I'm fine with saying like a 0 hitter. Like
No hits.
it's there's a difference. It's not as
A zero hitter.
A 0
Yes.
hitter. We got 0 hit. Okay.
it doesn't feel the same, and you know it doesn't feel the same.
I
It's
agree
fake.
with that,
It's
but
fake
you
as
got
shit.
no hit.
It's
I
a no-hitter.
get it.
If
But
this-
it
Do you?
doesn't mean the
Do
same.
you get it? I think you
doesn't.
don't.
It's not real.
Max,
Like,
I want you to do a thought experiment. Close your eyes.
I get it.
No,
I
no,
know
no,
that they had-
no, no,
that
no,
they
no.
didn't
Close
have
your
any
eyes.
hits.
Just indulge me. Close your eyes. Imagine it's Game 4 of the World Series. The Phillies go out there, and they throw a combined no-hitter against the Astros. Is that a no-hitter?
Yeah. Like
and we
but
rest our
I still
And we rest our
I
case.
would like be excited because you won the game and you
But
had a
would
dominant
you-
and you had a dominant
in the-
performance from your starting pitcher, but I would not feel the same way as if like
hold on.
Doc
Hold
Halladay
on.
went up against the Reds and shoved down their dick for 9 innings.
Okay.
Like that's just a different feeling.
All right. A follow-up question. In the gambling cave, that happens. Are you standing up being like, fuck yes, no hitter in your fucking face, Astros. We no hit you. Said.
like in the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
All right.
okay.
All right.
But no, but
You're not
But it's still
retracting.
not the same. It's still not the same.
How many hits?
Zero.
Is 0 hits the same as 0 hits?
Zero hits is not the same as no hits.
If you
Okay.
if you have 0 hits, did you get a hit that game?
Negative.
You know, you can
When someone asks you how many hits, they say 0 hits. We no hits.
Max, you can win a game by getting no hit.
I get that.
Did you get a hit?
No, I almost just said the Eagles.
This is dumber than the armpits.
All right. Okay, Jake.
Hank was right, low key, about the armpits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I made a mistake by thinking about stink in the equation.
No,
now that I've removed stink,
I kept an open mind. I was swayed.
it's funny because like the comment section for all the social media posts about that, half of them were like, I have no idea what Hank was saying, and the other half were like, Hank is 100% right
Yeah.
about this.
And then a lot of people being like, "This is the dumbest debate you guys ever had." It's like, "Hey, buddy,
Wait till we start talking no hitters on Tuesday.
Not only that, but you missed the fucking free throw dunk debate because that one was the low point.
Bracket also. The bracket debate we're doing now. Is also
it's
bad.
terrible.
We aren't
It's
doing
terrible.
that on the show.
It's
but-
terrible. All right, Jake, is that it?
That's it.
All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Stanford Steve talking brackets. He gives some great tips. He also gives some picks for the first round of action. And then we have Snooki. It is brought to you by our friends at Just for Men. 1 Day Beard and Brow Color is the first temporary brush-in, wash-out color from Just for Men, the beard color experts. It's a breakthrough dye-free formula, easily and instantly eliminates gray with natural-looking temporary color, fills in the thin, patchy areas, and defines your beard for a thicker, fuller look. PFT, you should try some. I have some grays. It gives you that nice little, like, your beard just looks strong.
I need that. I need
Very
a strong beard.
strong.
I saw the commercial when I was watching the YouTube episode. Great job.
It looks
Yeah.
my beard looks incredible when I put it in, and the easy part is it washes out when you take a shower. Can reapply it for those big, you got a date, you got to be on camera, whatever it may be. Just for Men, 1 Day Beard and Brow is there for you. Now any guy can easily transform their look anytime you want your beard to look its best. Interviews, dates, bars, meetings, parties, weddings, events, podium moments, profile photos, or your big podcast isn't just for your ears anymore. Subscribe on our YouTube. Just brush in, let set, and you're good to go. Try new 1 Day Beard and Brow from Just for Men. I love Just for Men. Been using it for my hair as well. 1 Day Beard and Brow, Just for Men is an absolute game changer for everyone out there with maybe a little splotchy beard, or your grays are coming in like me. We're also brought to you by our friends at Barstool Bites, Pardon My Cheesesteak, delivery and pickup only restaurant, bringing you craveable cheesesteaks and loaded fries. There's no better meal for March Madness if you're sitting at home to get than the Barstool, the Pardon My Cheesesteaks. There's 5 food carts right now spread out in NYC throughout the entire month of March. We had one across our office. Billy worked it was very slow. We promised no, he won't work anymore. If you're going to a game at Madison Square Garden for maybe the Sweet 16, well, guess what? We'll be there. Pardon My Cheesesteak has the best cheesesteaks, fries, brownie bites, everything. So even if you're not in NYC, you can get lunch, dinner, or late night delivery. We're open 7 days a week. Go to pardonmycheesesteak.com or use code BRACKET for $5 off your order starting today through Sunday. Also available on UberEats, Grubhub, DoorDash. $5 off your order using code BRACKET all weekend long. So check it out, pardonmycheesesteak.com, or order Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash. Okay, here he is, Stanford Steve. Okay, we now welcome on one of our favorite guests, talking brackets. It is the man, Stanford Steve. There's no better time than right now, Steve. We're actually taping this on Monday afternoon. These are the longest 3.5 days in the calendar year when we're waiting for the games to tip. Welcome. I'm excited.
Thank you for having me. This is why it's not the best week of the year, because of this time right now. We need something to get in our veins. We don't have it. I'm staring at the bracket, and it's staring right back at me in the face saying, come on, come get me. So it's that time. I started to try to do the 30-second bracket where you just see it and you fill it out, and I ended up having Memphis and Michigan State with a chance to go to the Final Four, and I said, pump the brakes, stop it, put it down. You got to assess some things. So that's what I did.
I saw that tweet from you. You said that at that point you realized that you had to take a couple days away. to just kind of give yourself some distance at that point, let things marinate, because you get excited, you get caught up in the madness at the start of it. So cooler heads prevail. You have the perfect bracket right now, right?
I believe I do. Yeah. It's I got the one with the times and sites too, which is information that I think you should look at that I'm sure we could get to, because there's a couple things that stick out in my mind as far as filling out your bracket. And that's why, jumping the gun and filling out as fast as possible is not a thing I tend to do.
Okay, so two things off that. One is I know, Steve, you and I, we had this debate last week, conference championship week. That Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the best. It is the best. You're right, because you don't have to wait. Two, the times, that was when it finally set in that the Badgers didn't make it, because that was the favorite thing. Everyone knows this. If your team's in the tournament most years, there's nothing better than Sunday night getting the times and being like, I'm going to build my Thursday, Friday around this. Like, oh, okay, we play 6 o'clock on Friday. Like, I gotta get myself in a mental spot to survive till then. That, like, scheduling is part of sports fandom that is so much fun, being like, all right, we're gonna go to this bar, everything. So you tell us, looking at the times and where they're being played, what jumps out to you?
Well, here's the deal. Everybody makes a big deal, and this is why I like to let it marinate, as you say. And everybody last night's going crazy because Houston got a better seed or a higher 1 seed than Kansas, right? And then you look at what happens now. Kansas, yes. Ken Pom, I think it's 6 of the top 20 teams are in the West with Kansas, and the West final is in Las Vegas. And Kansas people are mad that they're not playing in Kansas City. And I don't know if you guys have been to the Kansas City airport. It is the worst airport in the country.
Ever.
Tiny.
And they just got a new one. So I don't know if they're just super excited to see the new Kansas City airport, but, like, what fan base doesn't want to go to Vegas rather than Kansas City?
Right.
That confuses me. And then when you look deeper into the bracket, Houston is the one in the Midwest. They are playing in Birmingham. If Auburn beats Iowa, they are playing Auburn in Birmingham, Alabama. That's not going to be fun for a 1 seed.
No.
So when I look at that and I assess that now, I'm like, all right, I think Kansas got the good draw as opposed to Houston. When you look at where you possibly could go, I mean, who doesn't? I'm going to Vegas for the Sweet 16.
Yeah. Have you ever done the thing where you go to Vegas for the first 4 days of the tournament? Is that fun, or do you think it's just too crowded to have fun?
It was fun, and now it's too crowded because I don't, you guys get your questions asked when people see you. All it is who do you like and how do I bet it? And it's like, but I'm not going to the window and betting for you, okay? Like, I'm trying to sit here and enjoy myself with some friends, got a nice setup, and you're just constantly peppered with people that are betting for the first time. So it's kind of turned into amateur hour, and that's why I'm putting off a week and going out for the Elite Eight because there will be veteran hardcores there that are more enjoyable to watch games with, because that's the essence, watching games together. You guys do a great job in the cave, but I know if I pulled you guys and you said, all right, we get to pick 3 people that can't be in the cave, you guys would rattle off 3 names in a second to not have to watch games with those 3 people.
Right. So
yeah, it's Frank, it's Rico.
I'm not going to bring up any names.
Okay, all right.
For the record, nobody tweets screenshots of their bets in the Barstool Sportsbook at Stanford Steve and be like, Steve, what does the over mean on this bet? Don't do that. No one do that.
Also,
you'll be suspended if you do that.
Also, don't tweet out my lock of the day is Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
they can't fucking score,
me,
Steve. I knew what you were doing. Oh, believe me, I knew what you were doing. Steve likes to fuck with people.
Don't, and that's why it's fun.
Yeah, when Steve tweets out his lock of the day, he's usually betting the opposite. He's just getting people riled up. All right, Steve, I know that you have always a list of teams that can win the national title according to Stanford Steve's advanced analytics. So how many are on the list right now that we have the bracket?
I have not eliminated anybody. There was 20. We eliminated 3 teams last week, okay? It was Providence, it was Tennessee, and it was St. Mary's. Now, all those teams are pretty high seed except Providence, who has been as bad as any team in the country. Now they're 11. They got to play Kentucky. They're already off the list. But when I go down and look at teams to win the title that I would say, I think I have to cross off Virginia. I just can't. I can't. What they look like Saturday night against Duke, who is a team I'm sure we'll talk about, but I just look at the ACC and it's not what a normal ACC is, and that's why I'm not buying into this Duke nonsense of everybody picking them to go to the Final Four. I did Bill's show. He has them in the final game against UConn, but they won a conference tournament in a conference that's not good.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about with the recency bias. Everybody just sees that and they're like, all right, they're hot. They've won 9 in a row. Give me them. That's the opposite. I don't go with that. I go against that. I try and predict who people are going to jump on. And I think Duke is a perfect example. I have them losing to Oral Roberts in the first round.
Wow.
And the other team, that feels like that is Marquette to me. Seeing them in the Garden, got to see Jake. We can talk about Jake's performance at the Garden. I was not I didn't give Jake a high grade.
Whoa.
Did he not respect the Mecca?
What happened?
I believe he left 2 sessions early.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I went to another conference tournament.
Oh, he went to the A10. That's
East.
allowed.
America
That's
East.
allowed.
Yeah.
That was the next day.
I literally went to UConn Marquette semifinals and brought my luggage to the Garden and then went straight to Penn Station and to the airport.
Oh, okay. Is that allowed?
No, he left early.
Okay. All right. So that's not allowed.
What about the day before? What about the day before?
I was there.
And when'd you leave?
And then I came back to record part of my take, and then I went back for the Villanova-Creighton game.
Okay.
no.
So he did leave twice.
Okay.
Twice in 2 days. That's
Okay.
not, that's,
Yeah, to record part of my
there's only 2
take.
days.
Yeah,
He left twice both days.
Yeah.
That's not a good grade for me.
Just the fact that
If
you
I'm gonna
left.
if I'm gonna
Okay,
grade
that's-
participation,
With no
that's not
context, that
good.
is a fact. Yeah.
Well, I get an F- because I didn't even show up.
Yeah, we're not even gonna go there with you.
Well, I mean,
at
I
least
just-
PFT wasn't even in the office.
Well,
to
I'm
get
just
it.
saying I'll stand by the fact that I would rather watch all the games than one game in person.
That's
fact.
why you got
Who
said,
knows
there's-
who likes ball more?
There's technology. Jake, how many? We had every game up.
media
on the
credentials
road.
clutch because
Well, I don't have media. They
Wi-Fi.
don't. They banned us from the Mecca. They banned Barstool Sports. Listen, we're the
this
bad
year.
boys. They wouldn't allow it. They can't. Steve, off the Duke thing. I like where your
Yes.
head's at. Give me a quick rankings of your power conferences in terms of which conferences you trust to like the ACC at the bottom.
ACC's definitely at the bottom. I don't see anyone making the Sweet 16 from the ACC. I'd have to go. Oh man, look at your Big Ten, Big Cat.
Yeah.
Like they're represented in every 8 or 9 and 7 and 10 game except 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't. It's Big 12 for sure, and I guess the Big East.
And then the Big Ten, maybe Pac-12. I actually think the Pac-12 is a little slept on, even though they only have
there's
3
2.
teams. 3.
Yeah, it's 2. It's basically 2 though, and I know you guys were all in. I know you guys have a lot of futures on UCLA. Brutal news with the injury. I still think they could do. They need Bona though, the big man, to make a run, but they got a tough draw to get out of this and get to the Sweet 16. So the Pac-12 I think has 2 as strong. I mean, they have 2 teams that could go to the Final Four. The Big 12 has more than that. The Big East possibly. The SEC I don't see having much success. I do have Bama rolling through, so I'd go Big 12. Big East, Pac-12. I guess
Okay.
that would be it.
Okay, that's good.
Are you counting USC in the big, or are you counting them in the pack?
Well, that's what's great. We got Michigan State, USC, future Big Ten matchup in the
Yes.
first round.
Yeah.
Planting
I,
the scenes for
love
that.
the idea. You get to see the colors against the, to prepare yourself down the road. So I'm counting that as a Pac-12 game. But I mean, it's pretty crazy because USC is a team that nobody really likes to trust. But Andy's been awesome in NCAA tournaments, man. The guy is a cover machine. I think they're a 2-point dog now to Sparty, so that looks like a 1-point loss that they'll cover.
Yes. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, UCLA winning the national title this year and then me retroactively counting it as a Big Ten similar to Maryland, that's probably what's going to happen. We just get national titles before the teams come to the conference.
And what's even worse is on the girls' tournament, the last Big Ten winner was 1999.
Oh,
That's tough.
Iowa got underseeded. That was bullshit. They should have been a 1 seed.
I do like your spin zone of every game that USC plays, it's going to be like a Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
get to see it.
Who's the worst team that you think can win it all? If you got 20 teams that are capable of winning it all.
Let's go by seed for that. I have A&M, and they got the worst seed of any team, I think. So I would guess A&M. TCU's a team that's scary to me. I think TCU, Gonzaga winner, wins that region. So I'm going to say the lowest seed that has a chance to win the national championship is Texas A&M.
Okay.
And you really think they have it? They have enough to win a national title? 20's a lot, Steve. That's a lot.
I know, but it's more about everybody else. Because, look at the point spreads. You know, there were years, I think it was, Baylor Gonzaga was 2 years ago. I think Gonzaga was given 34 in the first round.
I know.
I don't think there's anything higher than 22 in the first round. So, right there, you see not the vulnerability of the one seeds, but you see a not highly as thought of one seeds when you factor in Vegas and power rankings and all that. So I keep the word that keeps coming up is capability. I think all the other teams are just that capable. Now, 6 games, yeah, that's a lot. But I look at teams that can play 6 games well. You have to win 2 games where you don't play well.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do to win this tournament. And that's why I still factor in all those teams because of the essence of the idea of being when you play well, when the other team doesn't play well, like that coincides with things. So
yeah.
I still have 20 on the list. I can update it if you want. It looks like 19 with Virginia with the draw they have. So I will get you an updated number, I promise you.
Okay. 19's a lot.
That's a ton of teams.
It's a ton of teams. You have to feel.
Who do you personally have futures on?
I have futures on UCLA. I had a future on North Carolina. That's not going to get there.
No, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. COVID, someone bounced out. They're next up.
UCLA's 1. And I believe I have TCU.
Okay.
I have TCU right before they whoop. And I will – and I have a future on UConn. I do have UConn. The problem is UConn and TCU and UCLA, they're all in the same bracket now.
I actually like that, though.
Why?
Because it's stupid, but I'm like, I should get at least one of these teams in the Final Four.
I agree. No,
you know what happens then. Yeah. You're looking at Kansas on top, and you're just staring at them the whole time as they advance.
Yeah, but it prolongs your enjoyment.
Yeah.
It means that you get to enjoy
hopefully
probably 3 rounds, with a vested interest.
Yes. What other tips we got for people who are wagering? Like tried and true Stanford Steve, this is what I've been doing with the tournament every single year. Don't be an idiot kind of tips.
Yeah, there's people out there that fill out their bracket backwards. I could never do that. I will say, if you like that double-digit seed to go to the Sweet 16, just pick the upset in the other game. That's wishful thinking there. The other one is these play-in games with the 11s. I think one of those teams has made the Sweet 16 of the last bunch of years since they started doing it.
Yeah.
There's always been that. So, it's always going to be the underachieving Power 5 conference except for Nevada, because I don't know how the hell they got in this tournament the way they ended the season, and they kept another Big Ten team out for Big Cat at Wisconsin or Rutgers.
I
thought, or Michigan.
Justice for
I thought they were
Rutgers.
in there almost.
Yeah.
You know,
Rutgers probably should have gotten in. That's okay.
But that'll fire up Rutgers for football season. That's what I think will happen.
So mean.
Are we back? Are we back this year? You a Shiano believer?
I believe so. A lot of coaching changes. You're good to go.
Let's go.
That's not gonna happen. Okay. Well, give us your best picks for. Have you put any bets in so far? I know you probably have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Duke to lose. You could go Oral money line. You could go Oral plus the points. Whatever you want to do there. I like that. I do like Kansas State. Montana State is a team. Scott and I were up late last week. He ended up tweeting about it, and we were texting back and forth. I don't think much of Montana State's offense, and I just like what Kansas State brings to the table. I think it's under double digits. So it's going to be not a pretty game, but I think Kansas State has more capability on the offensive side. So I'd lay the points with Kansas State. The idea of Pitino with UConn,
yep,
I think is dicey because this is the game for UConn when you look at it. This is a team, they don't have a true point guard. When they've been good, they've looked like the best team in the country. I think they were the last team undefeated, Jake. Is that right?
I think so.
Oh, no, Jake.
Yeah, there we go. Never mind. I can get somebody to look it up on my end.
You might have missed that game.
Yeah. Yeah, he was probably catching a flight going from Penn Station to LaGuardia to Canada to go watch an American East game. But anyway, UConn, the idea of not having
Indiana,
a true point guard.
76.
What?
Undefeated national.
Oh, no,
champions.
Jake.
No,
no,
Talk about
Jake.
this season, Jake.
Oh,
You're not
Jake.
even listening? Thanks.
Come on, Jake.
Oh.
Come on.
We're going to have to cut this part.
You're going to have to note app this,
Aye,
Jake.
Yeah, we're going to
Edit.
have to note zap this. You're
Double
saying
clap
this
here.
season the last team to be undefeated was UConn. Ugh. I don't know how
Does
they
Jake-
come back.
I believe it was Purdue. Was
Yeah,
it Purdue? Because they couldn't pass them. They couldn't get to number one because Purdue was ahead of them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think Purdue lost till January against Rutgers.
I would lean towards Iona plus the points. I think UConn wins, but it's going to be tight. And the thing about UConn and they're seeing their fan base is so great. Titus and I talked about it, like he was asking me if they are the Duke of the Big East, and I think they are because of their arrogant. What did Cooley call them? Spoiled and arrogant.
I love that.
I thought that was a perfect way to put it. But UConn, this coaching staff hasn't won an NCAA tournament game. Like there's a lot of pressure on them. And then what do they get? Iona in Albany. So that's a fascinating matchup. I would take Iona plus the points. I have Texas going to the Final Four. I wanted to actually pick PFT's brain on some Texas war history because we could have Houston against Texas, and now everybody remembers the Alamo, but what was it? Less than a month later was the San Jacinto War.
Yeah,
that was like 18 minutes long. I think Sam Houston came in. And made it known for territory.
So this is actually what happened. Sam Houston and his gang, they tried to take the Texas Constitution and all the archives from Austin. They tried to steal them and take them back to Houston because that way Houston would be known as the capital of Texas. And Sam Houston wanted that because they were then going to name the capital after him, and it wasn't going to be in Central Texas. That's an interesting piece of history right there. I think it was actually stopped because some old shopkeeper lady went out into the street and she had a cannon and she saw them trying to steal the papers. She lit the cannon on fire, almost blasted their heads off, and then they got caught by the police and had to give the papers back.
So that makes sense because I read the war was only 18 minutes long.
So that's probably the war.
That's probably exactly what happened.
That's an eternity for Patino, though.
So
with
that being the last big battle in the state of Texas, we could have Houston against Texas with the right to go to Houston for the Final Four.
Ooh.
I like that storyline.
That's big Texas stuff.
That
is big time
Texas
Because
stuff.
everybody's just talked about Houston going to the Final Four, and now possibly you could get Texas in their way, who is the face of the state, obviously. Colgate is a team that could score. I'm not saying they're going to beat Texas, but I think that's a lot of points. Utah State and Missouri, those two teams don't stop anybody. That could be a nice first round over, Big Cat, for you.
Well, I have a new system. I'm not making
steal from other people.
No. It's not. No, I'm not making any picks this year. I'm making only system picks. And the system
when
says,
they win. Oh, so when they win, you
no,
claim them. When they lose,
that'll
you
be the
just go on to
system.
the next.
No, that'll be the system. No, I'm just gonna take every first half under blindly, and hope I go 9 and 7. I'd take 9 and 7 all day.
The key number there is 65.
Ooh.
In first half unders, with the number is 65 or more, it's 17 games over 500 in the round of 64 since 2011.
Wow,
I like that.
All right, so that's it. I learned
that
system.
one. You talked about going back to Vegas. That was one year. I think we went like 10 out of 11, and then I don't remember the rest of the day.
That's the system. That's the system.
That's the danger in doing too well in Vegas is you're going to get hammered. You're going to have too much of a good time, and then you're going to go back to the casino and lose all of it.
There is no pace in a human to be up from 9 a.m. all the way to the end 2 days in a row out there.
Yeah, so
I don't care.
What's your strategy from just like a health standpoint? How do you pace yourself?
I don't. I'm still asking. It's been, I think, 10 years. What really helped was, I think in like 2014 or 15 was when like the online apps, and I remember just being so happy being able to be in bed on Friday still firing away on games, knowing what the lines were downstairs.
Yeah.
So the key is to have credit in your account for Friday morning when you wake up to be able to fire. So
it also
that gets dicey.
Yeah, this will sound people will be like, no way you actually do this, but there is another key. It's Thursday and Friday morning. You don't have to go to the gym, but going outside for a walk and getting some air is huge for the mentals.
The one necessity I figured out after 1 year of being there is steam room.
Yeah.
You need a steam. And then they have those huge the bucket that fills up with ice water and you go to the plunge or whatever.
Yes.
And you just go in there.
Yeah, that's a workout. That's a full workout.
It's like you rise, you're right in heaven.
Yeah.
And then you just go attack the day. But I've never gotten soft enough where I needed the IV in the room or anything. Like,
no.
It's pretty simple. Just keep a couple bottles of Pedialyte and you refresh, get a steam, and you're good to go. So good luck to all those people, especially the first timers, because you have no chance out there.
No, yeah, I'm just convinced that if you sweat when you're hungover, then that gets rid of all the bad feelings.
Yes.
You're a new human being after
but
that.
But even before the sweat, you get that itch. You know the itch before the sweat? It's brutal.
Yes.
Just terrible.
Yes.
I'm curious to know if you have a platform that you use across the board, because when you and Scott do your winners in football season,
yep,
you love taking underdogs. You almost exclusively take underdogs. Is that the same when it comes to the tournament? Or are you guys such value hounds that you can look out there and you can see exactly, okay, the lines aren't where I want them to be. I'm going to take a lot of favorites.
Well, this is why I'm really upset at myself, because I do usually take a bracket, fill it out as fast as possible, and then I quit last night because it was too hard. And when that's my go-to when I'm deciding in a game, I just go back and look at that bracket I filled out first and just bet against whoever I picked there.
Yeah,
that's
because
good.
Paid yourself.
Oh, wait, yeah. But
yeah.
I didn't do it, and now I got, talking to you guys with great minds like you and Jake. Now everything's fluxed in my head, so I don't have that true essence
The last
of going back and
team
picking
was
on
on New
something.
Mexico,
New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
January
There you
3rd.
go. How about Power 5? How about Power 5?
Purdue. Had to be Purdue.
Well, are we-
January 2nd, Rutgers.
Well, are we?
yeah.
UConn is considered Power
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
Big East is Power 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they were January 3rd.
UConn was?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking
Xavier,
right now. They
right?
lost to
No,
Xavier December
December
31st.
31st.
Oh,
New Mexico
no.
was the
Oh,
January
no.
Oh, man, Jake.
But Purdue was after UConn.
Jake, it brings
I'm
me no
checking on
pleasure,
this
but I'm
fly.
suspending you from this podcast for 45 seconds.
Yeah. Purdue was January 2nd, Rutgers, I want to say.
Take some
Am
time
I
away.
right, Max? Oh, Max
Yeah.
is just grinning ear to ear right now. He's loving this. He's loving this.
Go kind of
Jake, you're going to
regroup,
just
Jake.
have to watch the tape. You're going to have to go back, review the tape, see where it all went wrong. I'll tell you right now, it was probably when you thought he was saying last undefeated team ever.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jake and pronunciations, I've tried to help him. Jake, who is the 3 seed in the West?
Gonzaga.
That's a little better.
Okay.
It's Gonzaga, not Gonzaga.
I have never once said Gonzaga. If you pull the tape,
Oh,
I
you
will
just
write it.
said
I will
it.
do a note on it.
You just
I
said
have
it.
never
You just
said Gonzaga. Never.
You just did.
just said it.
Gonzaga.
No, but you just did.
Okay, pull up the tape.
We will.
Yeah, you just did
I've
when you were
said Gonzaga my whole life.
as opposed to what?
Gonzaga.
Oh,
you just said it again.
Oh my god.
Like how
I
you
hate
just
you
did it
guys.
3 times.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
Watch the tape. I'm trying to help him, and then he gets mad at me. Like, go check the tape. Jake, I saw it. I'm texting you to let you know you're wrong.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to help him, and then he gets mad at me.
That video,
and doesn't
you were
even come
wrong
sit
about
next
me
to at
being
the Big
wrong.
East tournament.
Jake,
It's like, I'm going to sit next to Mark.
Jake, you've experienced 5 minutes in the life of what it must be like to be Billy.
Yeah,
on that
Billy's
couch.
just sitting here like this
Billy's
rules.
like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, but the
This is
thing
just
is,
how I always get it.
the undefeated team, yes. The pronunciation thing, no. Like,
Well, I mean, you did say it 3 times.
yeah, because I was telling you what I didn't
right,
say.
but then you said you didn't say it. You're Mike Francesa right there.
Oh my god.
Never said that.
It never said that.
All right.
It never said that.
Jake, who's Arizona State playing in the playing game?
Nevada, not Nevada.
There you go.
Smart.
I'm going to say right now, pronunciations are for pussies.
Well,
I say whatever I want. Nevada, Gonzaga, Oregon. I don't care.
Niklaus.
Niklaus. Yeah, there you go, Billy. I'm back on your side. Yeah.
If they understand what I'm trying to say, then that's
true.
your fucking problem.
That's true. That's a good point.
If you can't be palatable of it,
If
then
you know what
fuck
word
you.
we're saying, it doesn't matter how we say it. Bam. That's some facts right there.
Yeah.
All right.
How's Billy doing with the all you can eats?
No, he's slimmed down a little bit, but that's mostly from the tick infestation that he had.
Yeah, he had a really bad infection that was.
It's not an infection. It was an allergic reaction.
He's not contagious. Not contagious, for the record. The rash
That's
is totally
why the
normal.
office was a ghost town when I came in Friday.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, look at this, Steve. I want your live reaction.
bring
I'm,
the
I'm going to
indicators.
text you.
Don't
The
say
you can't tweet it, but that was
Billy
what
here?
that's what Billy looked like on Friday. I just sent you the picture.
I'm looking better now.
Jesus.
It was bad. It was bad.
Oh, my God.
His dog works at the flea factory. It's tough for him. It's tough.
He's got a real job.
Careful what you're putting in your mouth, Billy.
what were the we were in the rest of your picks. Yeah, dude, we got sidetracked there in a great way. What other picks that you've already bet?
Oh, that I've already bet. Let's see. Let's get that sheet. I took Charleston plus the points against San Diego State.
Yeah, talk to me about that, because everyone says Charleston's lucky; they barely win games. But you like that? You're just fading the Mountain West.
I do that. Like 40% of their shots are threes, and I love that in a tournament because if those guys get hot, that's the ultimate underdog right there. And San Diego State, I mean, listen, the Mountain West, they've lost as a conference. They've lost 8 straight NCAA tournament games. That's another thing. This committee and their love for the Mountain West, putting Nevada in, it just boggles my mind. San Diego State's on the list. They are on the list, but I think Charleston keeps it close. And that's the list to win a national title. They were the one Mountain West team, but they got a tough draw. I feel like the injury to Virginia makes that line against Furman. I feel like people just hate watching Virginia play, so they're going to bet against them. I'd be careful there because I don't think Furman's going to dictate tempo, and Virginia does a great job with that kind of stuff. I saw people picking Santa Barbara. I don't think they're that good. I still think Baylor is battle tested in the Big 12. So there. And where's our Vermont, Jake? How many points we get in there?
All right, Jake. Here's your redemption.
11 points.
Okay.
How's our guard play?
The guard play is good. They've got Robin Duncan, the 5th year. Finn Sullivan's a
Is
sharpshooter.
that kid that worked on Wall Street for a year?
No, that's Matt Veretto, UConn.
Oh.
And then he took some time off. I think he's 23 or 24 now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He made
Veteran-
4 threes in the
veteran
American
guard.
East Championship.
I like
Also,
that.
it's a revenge
Yeah.
game against Shaka Smart and Marquette.
Yeah.
Because Marquette, they ignored Jake when they were walking off the
Yeah, but I
court,
left
right?
early, so it didn't matter.
Do
Yeah,
you?
that's
My
when
coverage
Jake.
didn't
That's when
matter.
Jake
Yeah.
was leaving early. PFT. So that's why there was no comeback.
Speaking of Shaka Smart and Marquette, how do you rate Shaka Smart's ability to play defense from the coach's box? Because he was on the fucking floor.
Elite. Elite. It's unbelievable to watch these coaches. I think Shrewsbury at Penn State, that guy's on the court all game. Shaka goes from 3 points. I mean, he'll even give you the hand up.
Yeah.
Like when they got the ball when he's down his end and he can't be in a wide stance because the defense is on his own end. It's amazing to watch. The fist pump he gave was pretty impressive. And I will say this about Shaka. In all my years of going to tournaments, when you're the first game and you win, you go do the press conference, you go back to the hotel with your team, get some family time, and you send the assistants out to scout the next game. Shaka came back out with his staff and watched every single second of UConn and Providence, and I've never seen that before by a head coach. So I was pretty impressed by that. It was good to see that a head coach will hang out with his assistants in public in an atmosphere like that.
I like that.
Marquette going. That's a team like I'm trying to predict going against it. They won the regular season. That they were picked 9th. I don't know if you saw the Kolek story. They asked the media day what you think of the media picking you 9th, and he said fuck them. And that's how they break their huddles now. Every single time they get together, it's 1-2, fuck them. So,
oh my God,
Kolek, a lot of attitude. I'm not a fan of the gray socks he wears. That feels a little PFT-ish to me. I feel like PFT, if he was a point guard, would go gray socks.
I would know.
But Marquette,
I would go
feel like the
giant
recency
undershirt.
bias. Yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah.
but you don't want to hide those biceps. Now you're slim and trim.
I love the look. Every year we get one or two all-time big baggy undershirt guys in the NCAA tournament, and so I'm just excited to meet one of those new ones.
Next time they play together, if they do, Luka and Kyrie, they got this like white mock turtleneck thing going underneath. It's terrible. It's like matching. It's bad.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute though.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk me out of NC State, because I've been thinking about having NC State make. I know you hate the ACC. My counterpoint, they got that 300-pound dude, and he's fun to watch.
Love the beast. Love the beast. I was not that impressed by Creighton. Seeing them in person, I still think there's some holes defensively. Kalkbrenner's a mountain of a dude, really good athletically around the rim, so protected. The problem is NC State has guards that are going to shoot threes, and they are not afraid to shoot pull-up jumpers. And what's Creighton going to do? I think they're going to play some of that drop coverage. So if NC State's on, they're going to hit that. My problem is that guard matchup against Baylor. I feel like Baylor would overpower NC State's guard. But NC State, when they are good, they could beat anybody in the country. But I'm interested to see how they play, because they're going to get open looks. It's just that's why they're an 11th seed. They are not consistent offensively, but when they are good, they are darn good.
Okay, couple more.
They also lost to Clemson 3 times this year, and Clemson didn't get in.
Yeah, I was saying that last night, that Clemson fans have every right to be pissed about that, because they worked them in the ACC tournament. I don't like betting unders, but Arkansas-Illinois feels like a brick fest to me. And everyone's going to say, oh, these two teams are very talented. They are. Arkansas just loves to go to the rim. Illinois can guard against the rim. And Illinois, Arkansas's one weakness in defense is the three, and Illinois can't shoot threes. It's a brick fest. A rock fest.
On top of that, too, Musselman is a great in-game coach. He's going to micromanage the hell out of that game to try and get that matchup against Kansas in the next round. I do feel like everyone is picking Arkansas. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
But I do like your call on the under there. Arkansas will be coached up on the perimeter D. And, Meyer is hot and cold to me. Shannon, early in the year, they beat UCLA in Vegas. He was the best player in the country that night, the way he played. So, again, 8-9, you're going to get your power teams that have underachieved this year. These are two exceptional examples of that. So, what do you have for a number there?
144.5. I think that
Both
game's
teams
played in the
scored 70.
60s, but I think that game's played in the 60s.
I don't see both teams scoring 70.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That was the one that popped out to me. Again, I hate usually I try to do everything to not bet unders, and I saw that and I was like, I don't think both these teams are great shot making.
To your point, Maryland, West Virginia, that opened at 140. I took that under. It's already down to like 138, I think.
Damn, you're so sharp. Oh, 139.5, so you're not that sharp.
Good. Jump in the pool with me.
What about Furman? That's my upset of the first round. Am I an idiot? Am I falling for the hype of them just gunning threes and being able to do that over the pack line?
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Do you hate watching Virginia basketball?
I do. I watch the Badgers play.
So that's
basketball.
why you like Furman.
Yeah. So that's
gotta be careful.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's a good point. All right. You're right.
Hey, here's the deal with the Virginia pack line.
Yeah.
Like Duke made threes the other night, and that pack line, guess what it has to do? It has to come out.
Right.
And guard the three. So Furman, it's on you to make some threes, and you get them off kilter. So I worry about Furman dictating tempo there. Virginia does a great job with Kie Clark, who's been there for God only knows. I think he played with John Crotty.
Okay, so I'm going to talk myself out of that. I like that. All right, that was good, because these are. I feel like every thought I have right now is just a stone cold loser. So I need to just flush it all out of my system.
That's why I like Steve's method. It's like get the knee-jerk reactions on paper, and then you have something to look back. That's as close to fading yourself as you can ever get.
Right.
Because otherwise, if you think about fading yourself, then you start to fade yourself, fading yourself.
Yes.
And then you're lost.
Yes.
Then you're completely fucked.
Yes, then your dog chasing after its tail.
Yeah. Can you tell me, Steve, why I'm a moron for still believing in Purdue?
Yeah, let's talk about Purdue in that region.
Because Purdue, to me, they seem like Zach Edey seems a lot better. When we watched him last year in person in that Purdue-Wisconsin game, he seemed like he was like a newborn. I think I said he was a newborn horse trying to ice skate. Like his feet didn't work correctly, right? He's growing into his body. He's learning how to control it. This year, he's more fluid. He seems like a great player. Some people are saying that it all depends on how he's officiated. That makes a big difference. If he gets a couple fouls early, then Purdue's entirely fucked. But am I insane to think that Purdue could actually make it to the Final Four?
No, not at all. And to me, it's about what lies ahead. Everybody's going to bring up Painter. One of the worst beats I've ever had involved Purdue of the year against Virginia. I had Purdue money line, and that one really, really hurt. They had the lead 1.5 seconds, and the ball was on the other end of the court, and somehow Virginia got a shot to tie. Anyway, Memphis and FAU. Those two teams, the winner of that game, Purdue doesn't have to play both of them. They play one. Whoever that team is going to pressure Purdue's weakness, and the weakness is experience at the guard position. They play two true freshmen, and you saw that catch up with what happened at the end of the season with Purdue. Yes, they have Edey. You talk about last year seeing him, he's a million times better than he was last year, and that's a credit to him for getting himself better. So I think the key to Purdue is what do the wings do around them? Are they making threes to pull guys away? Are the freshman guards taking care of the ball and making shots where they don't get automatic double teams? Because that's where Edey's going to get all the focus because of the size of him, and he is the player of the year. I get it, but he really needs his other guys to play better because that's going to help him make things easier. The one thing I have is what does Purdue, whoever makes it to play Purdue in the Sweet 16, now you have a week to prepare for it. Now, you don't have a 7-3 person, I'm guessing, on campus that could come in and practice to help with your look on the look team. But that's where it is because now the pressure's up and now your guards have to go do it again. But I have mayhem in that bracket. Like I said, I have Michigan State going to the Final Four there. So I it's not really something I want to put money on, but I would love to see Purdue. I think it's since 1980. I didn't realize Gene Katie didn't even go to a Final Four.
Yeah.
But 1980 is a long time, and it's a great fan base. It's a great story. I always think the world of Painter. I know he hasn't had success in the tournament, but he's a good coach. They'll be ready to go. It's just a matter of are they going to make enough outside shots to win these games?
And Titus brought up a good point. It's also how Zach Edey gets officiated. That's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it.
I noticed that, you said that you had Oral beating Duke in the first round as one of your upsets. But if Duke makes it to the Sweet 16, they could be playing against Purdue. Duke has some 7-footers too. Yeah,
Purdue played him earlier in the year and gave it to him. I believe it was in Mackey. But, Duke's a different team. I still think Edey would have his way with Lively just because of how frail. I mean, he's done a good job of shot blocking, but this is where you got to stand on the post and take dribble after dribble as the Edey backs you down. It's a different animal than, playing help coverage and where you're helping where somebody gets beat and you're coming over to block a layup. That'll be a true test because, they have Ryan Young too, but I would take Purdue in that matchup. I like the idea of Edey against those bigs for Duke.
Also, we talked about Iona briefly at the start. We selected Iona. We are a Rick Pitino podcast right now. We've always been a big supporter of Rick. We drafted him in the Barstool Challenge where you have to pick an underdog, and if they win 2 games, the winners get to go to Ireland, all expenses paid vacation. So we're riding Rick Pitino. We're riding him hard. So I think he can beat UConn. And then second round, I feel like UConn is a much tougher matchup. Obviously, like St. Mary's is 5 seed, VCU at 12. If Iona wins 1, they win 2. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, St. Mary's VCU is a total contrast of styles. I actually looked at that over Big Cat because it's the lowest total, I think. It's 122.
Yeah.
And I just feel the way VCU plays up and down, St. Mary's is methodical, but they do make shots.
Yeah.
But I think VCU will dictate that tempo and make that a higher scoring game. But back to Iona, one thing for you, PFT, Walter Clayton, their high scorer, football guy, turned down numerous D1 offers to play college football.
Wait.
He's their leading scorer.
Then he's not a football guy.
Walter Clayton.
No, he's an
basketball,
anti pussy. What was it with John Gruden?
Anti-football pussy.
Yeah. Anti-loving football pussy, or something like that. Yeah.
He's the Walter Clayton Man of the Year, though.
Yeah.
But when basketball guys get football guys to come play them, they claim them as football guys.
Got it. But yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It gives them a tough. It gives them a toughness.
It's the opposite of the Antonio Gates situation.
Yeah.
Where all we'll be saying is like Walter Clayton played football. Yeah, he played football in high school.
Yeah. Is your screen not real? Is that not what's going on right now in Washington D.C.? It just blacked out to a TV for a second.
I think it's just permanent traffic. Those cars are stopped on the bridge. PFD knows about that traffic. You don't want any part of that.
No, that's definitely DC. I can see Billy walking up the steps of the Capitol right now.
With a wolf mask on. All right, I have one last question, Steve. It's the Roback question. RHOBACK.com. Use code TAKE for 20%
I'm not answering
off.
unless I get my gear.
Okay, all right. Jake, make sure you get his gear.
I saw him wearing it at the Big East tournament.
Text Steve, get his address.
Yeah, I bought that.
Let's get him. Let's get him some gear. This will right all the wrongs. Roback.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, hoodies, polos, everything. Roback.com. All right, give us your Final Four. You can change it, so you can give us any Final Four you want. And I want at least one listener to take exactly what Steve says and then either tweet him saying "fuck you" and I will retweet it, or tweet him saying thank you at the end of the tournament. So I want one person to basically ride with Steve, and you will be accountable for their bracket.
This is
do your best.
Pretty.
This isn't yours.
Right,
this is someone else's. Yeah, you could do a different pick. Like, give them your best. Take out Michigan State. That's the dumbest pick I've ever heard.
Why?
I'll bet you right now they're not going to go to the Final Four.
All right. They're 18-1 to win the region.
Okay, great.
All right. You give me 18.
Yeah.
All right.
Done. $100.
Okay.
I'll give you $1,800.
You got it.
You give me
Done.
$100.
Deal.
I love that.
All right. Alabama, Michigan State.
Oh, man.
Man, I can't pick between this TCU Gonzaga game. TCU and Texas.
Wow. All right, so one person's going to fill that out. And that
No,
will be
they're
their Yeah, no, they are. I will. I'll be that one person because now I got to go against my own action because if Michigan State goes to the Final Four, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
If Michigan State loses in the first round, I think that kind of vindicates everybody out there that's saying that Tom Izzo is overrated, though, right?
Yeah, some people are saying that.
Some people have been saying that for 7 years.
That's another part of the UConn fan, like, that is so bad, is they were wearing shirts this week in New York that said January, February, UConn, April. Like, Michigan State has had that saying for 23 years.
Also,
and then UConn just decided to do it. And also, UConn hasn't won a game in March that meant anything in years, probably since the national title.
And also, April is the national title.
Correct.
That shirt is stupid. It basically says that you're not going to get to the Final Four.
I just hope that it's not a Barstool shirt.
What, Max?
Danny Hurley also said that UConn owns the MSG, and he's never even made it to the Big East final. So that was like the biggest thing.
Max
I fucking hate UConn. I fucking hate UConn.
Max was stewing with that in his face. Like, he almost didn't talk about 5 different times whenever UConn got brought up. I have a future on UConn. I like the Huskies. I like Danny Hurley. Max is wrong.
Wow.
I mean, they own MSG, and he's never been there. He's never been to the final. So how do you say that you own MSG when there's one team that clearly never mind. I won't.
No, you already did.
I know. Well,
keep going. Just keep going.
There's one program that clearly owns MSG right now in the Big East. Yes, we had a down year, but it's certainly not fucking UConn, who hasn't been to the Sweet 16 in 9 years.
And Max
Bingo.
His case.
I love it.
Oh, that's Max. That's the
angst.
passion. Yeah, that's anger. It's been a tough year for Max sports wise. He either doesn't get into the dance or his team's finished second.
I have the odds on Stanford Steve's Final Four: Alabama, Texas, TCU, Michigan State plus 193 500.
I'm gonna put that in.
Whoa,
100 wins nearly 200 grand.
All right, I'm gonna put that in for $100 just in case.
You can't go all chalk. That's no fun.
Yeah, I have Memphis coming out of that region.
Who?
Memphis. I'm an idiot.
I have them play Michigan State.
Oh, there you go. All right, so we agree on that.
Steve, I got one more question for you. Why do you hate Kansas? It seems like you absolutely hate Kansas.
I love Kansas. I just feel like this dynamic with Coach, is he going to be around? I think the world of him, and in order to make another run, they need him. And I don't know what's going to be the status of him, but I feel like I think UConn is a matchup for them. I do think Kansas with the guards, but I don't hate Kansas. PFT. I have them actually losing in the Elite Eight.
Sounds like well, you were debating between Gonzaga or TCU to make your Final Four.
Yeah, because they're going to play in the second round.
Okay, and then you were also saying that Arkansas you wouldn't want to fuck with Must Bus. So I was just clearing it up. I was giving you the opportunity to speak your mind on Kansas. No disrespect, but if Bill Self's not going to be there, you're not betting on him.
I mean, the Elite Eight is still a good season after a national championship, no?
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
That's the Bill Self special until he won last year.
Oh, look at you firing in from the top row.
All right, well, Steve, thank you.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
I need a guarantee from PFT he will be down here for an XFL game. The people need it.
The Beer Snake. The Beer Snake was amazing last night. DC Defenders 4-0, top of the table. My former team. I will be down in DC for a game this year. Yes.
In uniform?
You can book that. I think they confiscated my uniform. I think that got sold at auction. So The Rock probably has it posted up in his basement somewhere. I don't have my old uniform, but I've got Cardale Jones jersey. So yeah, I will be there in a uniform, drinking beers, adding to the Cup Snake with you at Audi Field this year. 100%.
All right. Feed the snake.
Love it.
Sorry for letting you down, Steve.
Oh,
Jake, I got a quick memory. Like it's behind me. Let's get a Vermont cover. That's what we need.
You got to be coachable, Jake. You got to bounce back.
Play.
Don't stew in it. Don't stew in it.
We're good.
No apologies. Just get better.
All right, everyone go follow Stanford Steve at Stanford Steve 82. He obviously, you can see him on Sports Center. Also, the Daily Wager on ESPN.
5-star recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah,
Stanford Steve.
Ansonia's finest, right? No, it was Ansonia.
Don't even.
All right, Steve.
Ansonia, Connecticut.
Thanks, man. We appreciate
Represent.
Stanford Steve is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident, Morgan & Morgan makes it easy for you. File a claim online, upload pictures, evidence, text your lawyer, get a settlement direct deposited, do almost everything from your phone. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 800 lawyers nationwide, over $15 billion recovered so far, over 100 offices, over 30 years of experience. The fee is free. You only pay if you win. Visit forthepeople.com/PMT or dial #law to start a claim. That's the hashtag. You can also dial #law to start a claim. They are the official injury firm of Pardon My Take. We're proud to have them on. It's also brought to you by Topgolf. That's right. I love Topgolf. It's not golf. It's Topgolf. Can't wait for this blister to heal. Get back there at Topgolf, hitting some targets. You can do different games. You can have great food, world-class food. You can drink beer while you're playing golf, while you're practicing. Topgolf is the only place that you can play around and then order another, or hit a slice and then grab a slice. It's all the fun of outside, but with the comforts of inside. Comfy heated bays in the winter and cooled bays in the summer. If I'm not on the course this summer, I'm at Topgolf working on my swing. Dimpleheads understand. All you parverts get it. Go to Topgolf, practice your golf, drink some beer, have some great food, have a great time. It's golf. It's golf. It's not golf at the same time. It's Topgolf. Download the app, book a bay, and come play around. And now here's Snooki.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. Personal hero of mine. It is Snooki, and she's here with our colleague and her best friend Joey Camasta.
Hey y'all!
So you'll hear him as well. Snooki, you are a personal hero of mine.
That's amazing.
I love reality television. I remember watching the first Jersey Shore and be like, Snooki, that's how I want to live my life.
Yeah.
So
hot mess.
you are it. So you have. The new Jersey Shore is coming out January 26th.
Yes.
Family reunion. Did you think that in, what has it been, 20 years? What is it, 15 years?
I'm not that old, bitch. Well, 2009 it started.
So almost 15 years. Do you think you'd still be doing this with like these people and going on family reunions?
I mean, no. I thought it was only, the six seasons, and then that was it. Like, I had my kids. I was married.
You got divorced?
No.
Oh.
I'm still married.
Oh, you said
my
I
God.
was married.
Don't put that in the universe.
No, but you said I was married.
All right. Got married.
Yep.
Had kids.
She was married too.
Yeah, she
but
was
she's still married.
Yeah.
She's still married.
Same shit. But then all the reboots started happening with like all the older shows. So we were like, oh, maybe we'll come back. And then we came back and we're still freaking doing it.
And I would imagine like,
I'm old.
Check's
My
not bad
liver hurts.
though.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
That's...
Yeah, I got 3 kids to feed, so it's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to be completely transparent. I'd never watched the Jersey Shore.
Oh my
it was
God.
not.
That's okay.
It's not-
I'm not offended.
It's
not
not.
okay.
It's not a knock against you. It's not a knock. It just.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss things, and I just missed it for whatever reason.
Well, you should really
2009.
watch the first season.
I know,
It's good.
It's the most
I'm sure
important
it's awesome.
cultural thing America's ever given to the universe.
yes.
I'm sure it's amazing.
Hot
and
mosquitoes.
I will go back and I actually live at the Jersey Shore in the summertime. So like,
Oh, where?
I understand the appeal. I was in Asbury Park last summer. Spent some
Fun.
time down Belmar. Way too old.
Belmar's.
Way too old for Belmar.
Yeah, you are.
Yes. At what point did you know, like, okay, I might be aging out of the Jersey Shore? Because it seems to happen to everybody where they're like, I can't go out to DJs every weekend anymore.
No, I think once we wrapped season 6, because I was pregnant. So I was like, I think all this shit is done now. Like, I have to be a mom.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my times where I go out and I'm still fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's when I knew my life was changing.
Yeah. So if you could describe what happened in the Jersey Shore, give me like 30 seconds and say what happened from the start to the end of Jersey Shore.
Like the first season?
Yeah. Give me like spark notes on it.
It was trash. The house smelled like sex and cigarettes and vodka. There was dirty panties everywhere and not ours, random people's. I got arrested on the beach. I got punched in the face by a guy. It was fun.
Okay.
That's pretty much sums it
Sold.
up.
Sold.
Yeah.
But what about the
Done.
note? You didn't mention the note.
Oh, yeah, and the note.
Can you explain that to PFT? Because it's an
I
iconic moment in television history.
I wrote an American historical note.
Yeah.
And I pretended I didn't write it, but then she found out, and then it was a big fist fight.
Yeah, Ronnie and Sammy Sweetheart were dating, and Ronnie was kind of maybe not doing things he should be doing.
He cheated on Sam.
Cheat on her.
He cheated on Sam,
Snooki
yeah.
is a snitch. You were a snitch. Wrote a
I
note.
was friends with both, so girl code, and I didn't want Ronnie to beat me up, so I wrote a note.
But you wrote the note as somebody else, so it wasn't you snitching. It was somebody
me
else.
and Jenny wanted to write the note on a computer because we didn't have electronics. So I thought that Sam would have thought it was a producer because we don't have a computer, we don't have a printer.
Right.
But yeah, that didn't go over well.
So yeah, and he broke them up. I mean, that was
Well, he cheated on her, and
Yeah, but come on.
Multiple fat women.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. It was
breasts.
Was it grenades? You'd
Yes,
call them
breasts.
grenades. Yeah, I mean, was there when you guys are doing the first season and then it comes out? Did it kind of blow your mind though, like that everyone was adopting the culture that you guys put out there, like the
Yeah.
the cabs are here and grenades, all these.
We
things.
had no idea that it was going to be more than one season, so I went in because I always wanted to be on Real World. Like I knew I wanted to do reality.
Same.
So I tried out, never got called back. But then I got calling all Guidos, and I was like, oh, it's me. I'm orange. Like I could do this. So we only thought it was going to be one season, and then they were like, all right, let's do it again in Miami. And then they were talking about switching up casts, but they were just going to keep me and Paulie, and then bring new people in. But that didn't happen. So then we kept doing more, and I'm like, oh shit, I think this is a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. And when you watch it, were you like, I always am curious how reality television works. Like, I know that there's obviously some things that are manufactured and it's not all real, but
No,
it was pretty.
it was all fucking real.
at least the first couple seasons.
The-
Yeah.
all 6 seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even this new one.
Well, this new one's kind of different because we don't actually live in a house and it's not rigged. So you're not seeing everything. You're just seeing like random dinners here and there.
Got it.
When we shot those seasons, we were in a house 24/7, cameras everywhere for a full month. So you got to see everything. You didn't need to make anything up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember when it came out, there was some blowback. You guys got some pushback from like the Italian
Unico.
What was it? The Italian people were mad. They're like,
They
this is a bad
were, but I was
stereotype
like,
of
bitch,
us."
I'm not Italian.
Yeah,
so,
you're Chilean.
But we
so
never all.
They stereotyped you.
I mean, we never all like said like, hey, we're Italian. And it was just like, I guess Guido was very derogatory for them.
Mm-hmm.
But to us, it was just like a lifestyle. and it was like being emo or being like a rocker. You know, we're Guidos.
So wait, did you
they
feel
didn't like that?
Did you feel like these? What is it, Unico?
I think that's what they were called.
They went from like trying to fight for Columbus Day to then just going after the Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
That's
they didn't
crazy.
like
It's
us.
Yeah,
anti-Italian discrimination tone.
it's not,
Yes.
won't stand.
We're like,
Won't
relax.
stand.
So how would I become a Guido then if it's not like an Italian stereotype, if it's just like a lifestyle?
Yeah,
Give
I
me
mean,
like a
well-
quick step-by-step how I would turn
Yeah,
into
so
a Guido.
back in the day, you would need to obviously tan. You're a little bit pale.
I am. That's
So
fair.
we would cut that hair also, and we would do a blowout. And then you have to wear a lot of like bejeweled Ed Hardy shirts and all
Okay, I'm in.
all that shit.
I could be talked into going Guido.
I think you could do it.
And how long have you been friends with Joey?
Oh my god. Since
my
season
God.
2 of Miami, so 2010.
Yeah, like 12 years.
How did you guys meet up first?
He's a freak.
Yeah, well, we know that.
He treated me like I was like this like fashionista Paris Hilton
thought
when
she-
I first met
I
him,
thought she was,
and it wasn't the case.
Meryl Streep when I met her.
Such a weirdo. Like 7 a.m. and that was season 2, so I was still like 21, 22, like no kids yet, whatever. So I rolled into this photo shoot 7 a.m. from the club, smelling like alcohol, like, you know, coming down, and I'm like, I need another shot. I was like, I'm gonna freak out. So he was taking shots of me at 7 a.m. and that's when I knew like this might be my soul brother.
And are you soulmates?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are?
We share a
Yes.
brain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're definitely the same person.
Okay, so if you share a brain, Joey, what do you think about the situation, speaking on behalf of Snooki?
The actual guy situation?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that we love him. I think he's great. I think he's the most improved out of anyone in the whole
Most
cast.
of he wins MIP.
100%.
Player, yeah, most improved player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would
Yeah.
you agree with that, Snooki? With,
Yes.
With Joey's assertion?
But we're talking about Mike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a totally different person.
He is.
In a good way, but he still has his like bullshit drama shit that he does with us. You know, like he's just sober, like he's not taking drugs doing it.
He's
Yeah.
still a shit starter, but he's just
Yes.
sober and he means
Yeah, he's
well.
just
I mean,
not.
him in the neck collar crying is just another.
That was his
iconic
rock
moment.
bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. What he tried to fight a wall? Was that what?
Well, he
happened?
didn't want to fight Ron, so he just ran into the wall.
That's right. That's right.
And yeah,
He had a neck collar.
died.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get out of a fight, though.
yeah.
One thing that always people forget, I think, about reality TV is that when you're filming it, if you're in a house type situation, they don't let you watch television at all. You can't.
No, you don't have
can't-
anything.
You can't read even.
No, you can't
because-
read. You can't write. You can't be on a phone,
Sounds
so
like
you don't
every
have your
day for me,
phone.
yeah.
You don't have your phone for
Read
like
and
a full month. But we would sneak our phones in.
Yeah. So when you're taping this, like, how do you don't find any, like, you're not watching sports on TV?
No,
You just
so
fall
like
completely off the
if
map.
God forbid, like the president died, we would have no idea.
What
We were-
happened
we
when
were,
Bin
like,
Laden got
clueless.
shot? How did you find out Bin Laden got shot?
When was that?
That was 2011. Were you filming in 2011?
I don't think but I don't think it was the time when he got shot.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it just seems to me like it'd be very boring to be in a house with no television. I guess you just
Well,
have
that's
to-
why all we do is drink, and then we end up fighting, hooking up. That's all there is to do.
When you go to the bars, were you allowed to talk to to the people there and say, like, what's going on? Who got thrown off this show? What's going on over here?
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, we didn't care what was going on. We were just drinking and
Having
you know,
fun.
Yeah.
Wait, which was the girl that you hated, Dina or?
No, Dina's my meatball.
Angelina.
Yeah, Angelina was a
You hate
horrible
her.
brat.
Yeah. And
She
she
was
came
the
on
worst.
the cast, season 2, and you guys just iced her out.
Yeah, she was there season 1. She left, and then she came back season 2, and then she left again. So that was it for her.
Worst. Yeah, the worst.
Nobody got along with her.
Yeah,
She's
what was
terrible.
her? Yeah, she just was a bad person or what?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She
And
wasn't great.
She missed out on the cash cow.
She
that is
did,
Jersey
but
Shore.
that's her problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I've seen you talk about it. Your mom, three kids.
Yeah, 3 kids.
What are you gonna do when they start watching?
They already see shit on TikTok.
And
I said, "Mommy's an actress."
so then what are you gonna
I say
do?
that's not real.
What are you gonna do when they
Get
are
older?
smart enough to realize that's not the truth?
I'll just be like, "Mommy was a shit show."
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean,
What
I
can
have
you
2
say?
kids, and I wonder like what's gonna happen when they look up, all the shit I've done. It's gonna be interesting.
Well, it's like I did most of all of that shit basically when I wasn't a mom. So it was like I was just living my life, guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm teaching my kids not to judge. So
That's good, but
hopefully they won't think I'm a shitty mom because of it.
Well, like when they like are drinking in high school, you're not going to be able to be like, don't drink in high school.
I mean,
Because you,
I don't even
they'll be
wanna
like,
think
Mom,
about
look
that
at
yet."
you, look at you getting arrested on the Jersey Shore.
Fuck
What are we
off.
talking
I
about?
know. I don't even want to think about that right now. They're only 10, 8, and 3.
That's
so
a future
give me
you
some
problem.
time. Yeah.
Okay,
I want
okay.
to stress about that yet.
Okay.
Was there ever any jealousy on the show? Because from what I know about Jersey Shore, it was very evident that you were going to be a big deal. Even after it was over, you were like one of the big stars. Was anybody ever upset that you were getting all the shine? That's like Snooki's really taken away from my camera time on this show.
I don't think so. I mean, I personally never fought for camera time. Like, let me sleep. You guys want to do you, go ahead. I want to sleep. So I don't think so. And no one's ever said it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure there was times where we were all like, to each other.
Do you know what happened to the deleted footage? You know, the stuff that they couldn't air on TV? Does that ever cross your mind? Like,
MTV
somebody has that?
MTV has all the sex tapes. Let me tell you.
Oh.
Are there any rules
the
that you've
smush
signed
room?
off? Like, hey, they're not allowed to do anything with this, or they kept under lock and key?
No, we didn't have rights like that. We had 0 rights.
See, if I were you, I would be nervous that one day somebody's going to put out the smush room tapes.
I mean, I think it's illegal to like show all that shit. You know?
I don't know. You probably
they showed
signed something.
but they showed a lot on the show, so
They did.
it is what it is.
They did.
But I mean, like naked wise, I don't think you could actually show us naked.
Weren't you always under the covers though, or sometimes you throw them off?
Yeah, you throw them off because it's so hot,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
and like you want to be under the covers because the camera's right there on the bed.
That is.
But I mean,
that
once
is
you're in the
weird.
moment and you're drunk, you just.
Love is love.
I mean, me and Gianni have some tapes on there.
Yeah, love is love.
Did you ever like? Were there any guys or girls that got brought back to the house and they're like, "Wait a second, there are cameras in the room that we're about to do it in. No thanks, I'm out."
No, because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those girls didn't give a shit. They just wanted to have sex with Paulie D and situation.
Yeah. Who came to your wedding from the cast?
Everybody but
Mike.
yeah, Mike, because
Oh.
we weren't speaking.
Oh, what happened there?
And then
Angelina.
he was just like still getting off the drugs, and he was fighting
it.
with everyone, so I didn't want him at my wedding.
Got it.
And then me and Vinny were mad at each other because he was doing stand up, and his whole thing was making fun of me.
What?
And I'm like, you got no more material. Like, you got to throw me under the bus like that. So I was mad at him for a little bit. So he didn't go to my wedding. And then
damn.
Angelina, obviously, I haven't spoken to her in years.
And who's on? Is everyone back for this new season? Is
Yeah,
Ronnie?
everybody, but no, Ron's not because he's still working on his shit.
Yep.
And then Sammy refuses to come back. So.
Yeah. Would you talk to her at all or no?
I've been trying to reach out, and I'm like, you really need to come back on the show. Like, even if it's just a dinner with us girls. Like,
Yeah.
people want to see you. And then all of a sudden, she blocked me.
Oh, she blocked you?
I don't know what I did.
On social media and phone?
Well, no, I haven't reached out to her because I get the hint. Like, you blocked me, and why am I going to reach out to you?
Joey, do you have her number?
I have her number. Yeah.
You want to call her?
No.
Why? No, let's just call her right now. Let's call her right now and see if we can get this figured out.
No.
Break history.
I mean, I'm good. If she doesn't want to speak, I'm not chasing her.
Come on, call her, Joey.
No,
Give her
I
a
can't.
call.
She'll yell at me.
No, why?
Well, it's not you chasing her, it's Joey hitting
Yeah,
her up.
Joey's gonna. Joey, call her and be like, "Have you seen Snooki recently? I can't find her."
I'm
She's
worried about
missing.
her.
Yeah, yeah.
I got her
Call
kids right
Joey.
here.
Joey, this would be
Amber Alert.
great. This would be
No,
great
she'll
content.
be mad. Nicole doesn't
No.
want to do that.
I'm not calling her.
Yeah, no, Joey, you give me your number. I'll call her.
Okay, you'll call her
Yeah, I'll call her.
from my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, should she? Nick?
I mean, I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
damn.
Sorry.
It's not that big of a deal.
Of you guys not talking,
I-
even though you're
yeah.
best friends.
Yeah, I mean, we were very close. It's sad, but I mean,
It's
that's
very
her
sad.
decision.
I want to
so
see
I'm
you guys
good.
get back together.
Well, that's on her.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
You've done all you can do.
Literally.
Yeah. All right, I like that. I can be at peace with that.
That is weird behavior.
Dodge
that
a
she,
bullet,
that she
Joey.
would block you.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
I can imagine like one day like I wake up and I block memes.
Yeah, but I'm also like
"Fuck this guy."
35. Like, why are you blocking me? Are we
Yeah,
in high
right.
school?
Yeah.
So I don't even want to chase it.
Yeah. So, all right. So the how many more seasons are we gonna do?
Well, we're starting to film again
Oh,
in like 2 months.
I like this. Just keep
I'm
going.
tired.
You are?
I would like to have like some sort of break. Like, we stopped Thanksgiving and now we're already like shooting and gearing up for another trip.
And where's it shooting?
I don't know. They don't tell us.
Okay. And now, have you thought maybe like transitioning to like the next stage of reality television, doing like Real Housewives? Did Real Housewives of New Jersey kind of steal your guys' shtick, for a better word?
No, I don't think so.
Are you tight with
totally
any of them?
different shows.
Do you know any of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice girls, but I just did Andy's show, and there was like a little drama because everybody wanted me on Housewives, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." And I personally wouldn't do Housewives because those bitches are dirty.
Yeah.
They are mean.
Yeah.
They're grimy. It's all about drama. I don't want that.
I
just
always
want to have a good time.
I did always appreciate that about you. Is like it did feel like you weren't one of the people who was trying to backstab people. You're just having a good time.
I literally just want to have a good time and go home.
Yeah.
So Housewives is not that.
That's a great mantra.
That is good. I want to have a good time and go home.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
I appreciate that. You've done some other stuff though. You did Dancing with the Stars, right?
I did.
You did Celebrity Apprentice.
I did. Oh, it was terrible.
And you did WrestleMania.
I did do WrestleMania.
So out of those three,
sick.
what's your biggest accomplishment? WrestleMania champion?
Yeah, WrestleMania first, then Dancing with the Stars, because those were two amazing experiences. And Apprentice, I freaking hated.
Why? Does this work?
Well, no, I was away from my kids, so I didn't see them for like 2 weeks straight, so that killed me. But also, everything was so serious. People were backstabbing each other just to win.
Yeah.
I literally walked in the boardroom. I was like, this show ain't for me. I gotta go.
Was it?
I walked out.
Was it Schwarzenegger or was it
It's
Trump?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. How is he as a boss?
Amazing. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's iconic.
It is funny though that on Celebrity Apprentice they just trick everybody to going into an office and working for them.
Yeah.
This sucks. You're working.
I wasn't into it.
Terrible job.
Yeah.
That would be weird though if you did go on Housewives and then your friends from the Jersey Shore showed up and it was like a crossover episode. That would break people's brains. I think it's like, wait, these characters aren't on this show.
No, it'd be crazy.
They're on a different show.
Yeah.
Is there something that people come up when they see you on the street and they're like, hey, Snooki, and they say like one thing that you're really sick of them saying?
You look so much better in person.
That's fucked
I
up.
get
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, because I'm a fucking frog on TV.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
That
No, but I
sucks.
get it, because on TV, like, we're drinking, so you're not looking your best. And, like, Joey's not doing my makeup.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You need him there.
Yeah, we're just, like, trashy on the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it, but I'm like, thanks.
What does your husband think about your reality television career? Like that you keep going out there? Is he supportive? Like
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
mean, it's hard for him because obviously when I leave, he's with the kids.
Right.
So he's like, just know that I'm doing my best at home. Like, I support you, but it's a lot for him.
Yeah.
Because he's home with 3 kids.
And does he watch every episode?
No.
None of them?
No.
Really?
He's just like,
Out of
you
sight,
do
out of
you.
mind?
Yeah. I don't even watch them sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be tough to watch yourself.
Well, it's hard because my kids sleep with me and they're always in the bed. So, like, I don't know if I'm, like, drunk and cursing or, you know, like, doing a cartwheel and, like, something happens. You know, like, I just don't want my kids to see that.
yeah.
So, I don't watch it. I watch it on my phone so nobody sees it.
Got it.
You've been around reality TV for so long. Do you have a sixth sense of when something's happening, when you're doing something and you're like, this is going to be gold. They're going to love this later.
Yeah. But I also know, like, when I say something and then I'm like, shit, this is going to be a thing. And then it snowballs into a bigger thing, and I'm like, ugh.
And you can't ever tell them like, hey, cut that out.
No, we don't
Never?
have any say.
Nothing.
No.
That.
I mean, it's nice now because we just this season we were like out dancing, and like I guess my nipple was starting to come out.
Okay.
And usually they would keep that. But Sally Ann, the executive producer, came up to me. She goes, "I'm just gonna cut that out for you, okay?" And I'm like, "Thank you."
Oh, nice.
'Cause I don't want that.
Yeah. We
So
don't
like
need
silly
nipples
things
out.
like that, but like back in the day, they
Nothing.
wouldn't have cut
Yeah,
that.
no chance.
I think they have respect for me somewhat as
As
a
a
mom.
mother, yeah.
So like, yeah, let's cut that nipple shot out.
Have you thought about like nipple protection? How to make this not happen?
I mean, I should be wearing nipple pads. I
Yeah,
guess.
right.
Pasties?
Some,
Yeah, I
pasties,
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm old. I don't do that shit.
All right, so Joey, tell us
Yeah.
something that we don't know about Snooki that would shock everyone.
Be nice.
Ooh. She's a psychic. She's a medium. She talks to the dead.
Oh my God, Joey.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, she really does.
Can you guess a number
And we-
between 1 and 100?
No, that's not how it
And
works.
we meditate and lay on the floors and when we're fucked up in rooms, and she'll make me talk to dead people.
And it worked.
It worked. If someone walked in on us, we had meditation music on.
Oh, we look like we were in
we
a
were laying
cult
on the floors with our
on
eyes
crack.
closed, so, like chanting and stuff, trying to talk to the dead. But no, she can like be in a cab and say, does the name this mean anything to you? And the guy will be like, what? And he's
can
like
you
freaks
do
out.
that to
Like,
us?
the dead
no,
wife is
it
coming
doesn't
through.
work like that.
Do you talk to dead celebrities or just dead normal people?
No, I'd never
Can you
tried
see?
to
Can
do
you?
that.
Do you know Tommy Lasorda? Can you see how he's doing?
That's not how it works. I'm not like an actual like
But you
I'm
still
not
can
Teresa
talk to him.
Caputo.
But think about like maybe when you go home tonight, just tell Tommy we're thinking about him.
Who's Tommy?
Tommy Lasorda.
Is that a friend of
Literally
yours?
anybody
What?
could
Is
do
that a
it
friend
though.
of yours?
No, he was a friend of ours. He was a former Dodgers manager. He passed away. He's old. But
Oh,
we'd just
God
like
rest
to
his
know,
soul.
like, if
But
he's
like anyone
getting in
could
fist
do
fights
it.
in heaven.
All
yeah.
you have to do is like clear your mind and meditate. I usually meditate in the sauna, and that's when I like start to feel things. And then
has a
I'll like
sauna at her
text. I'll
house.
text someone like, "Does this make sense for you?" And then it's actually like one of my friends' like uncle's who passed. Anybody could do it. You just got to meditate.
Whoa. So can you just hit up Tommy for us?
Or just like, can you tell us?
I don't know how to do that though.
Is there
Just find Tommy?
like I'm just starting out?
Yeah, I know. Just read about Tommy. Find Tommy. Just be like,
All right,
hey,
next time I'm in the sauna, I'll be like, Tommy.
the
Yeah, I'll
boys from
try.
Pardon My Take want to let you know that like respect.
Well, Tommy's
Salute.
a
I'll try
maybe
to
a
talk to
dead
dead
cat.
Tommy.
She has a dead cat named Tommy as well.
Oh yeah, so I might get confused
they
that
may
it's my
come
cat
through.
You know what? If it gets to the cat or Tommy the Sorter, I'm fine as long as the message gets sent.
to Tommy.
Yeah, to
One of the
Tommy.
Tommys.
You can figure out.
Can
which
you
one.
just like, can you pause for a second and think, is there anybody in this room that we might be connected to that you can channel their spirit right now?
That's not how it works for me.
Does it have to be hotter in this room?
No, I actually have to meditate. I'm not like an actual. You're an idiot.
No,
Well,
it's
she
great,
does
Joey.
I'm
know
not an
sometimes.
actual psychic medium.
I think you are. I think you're just underselling it.
No, I'm just
You talk to dead
I haven't
people.
practiced.
Please
it
don't talk to Joey that way.
for
though.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Stop.
is an idiot.
He's not an idiot.
Okay. You don't know him that long.
That's very
I
true.
love you.
I did see a clip of Joey making an appearance on the Jersey Shore.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you walked
He's
in.
been banned.
So why is he
Why?
banned?
Can I tell them
Yes,
why?
tell them.
So
I do it here all the time.
So he came to Vegas. It was like a couple of seasons ago, and we just had a blast. So much fun. Like we were up till 5 a.m. It was like the full episode was just me and Joey. But he got banned because he was so wasted. He kept grabbing the cameraman's beeshies. And
Dick?
so he was like he was sexually harassing the crew.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the producer had to come up to him and say, Joey, you cannot do this.
Yeah.
He
I
can't.
know.
Grab cocks.
Yeah. So ever since then, he hasn't been invited back.
Oh,
Well, I've
no.
been invited back, but they keep a distance. Last time they maybe dressed in a turkey costume, they didn't, and they made me wait in the car until I was ready for my
Yeah.
performance.
He sat in a costume for 2 hours.
But I got tipsy. I started grabbing, just grabbing the guys, making
grabbing
advances.
it. Yeah.
You do that to Billy all the time. though.
Smacking
I know.
asses.
And he doesn't have a problem with it.
I know. That's why. I
You get
excel
canceled
here.
for that now.
Yeah, you can get canceled. for that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do
You
that.
gotta watch yourself.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful, but that's why I thrive here.
Are you shocked that the Jersey Shore, like as a whole, hasn't gotten canceled?
I mean, back in the day,
Yeah.
we did some not okay shit.
Right.
You know, like saying things and just a different time now.
Yeah.
Totally
yeah.
a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it? How crazy was it when you're making? I saw a report. I don't know if this is true, but it said $150,000 an episode when you're like 21.
Yeah, that
years
was back
old.
in the day. It was somewhere around then.
So it's more now.
That's
No.
Oh.
but
It's
I mean,
less now.
if you're
Yeah.
21 and your life is going out partying, going back to your house, and
getting
you're
paid
making-
for that?
you're making that kind of money.
It was a blessing.
What do you spend?
No
your money
wonder
on?
everybody hated us.
If you're making 150 grand per episode, what do you spend your money on as a 21-year-old? What kind of?
Well,
what's the stupidest stuff you
luckily
guys
I
bought?
have really good parents, and my dad basically invested all my money. I hardly spent anything. I mean, I bought like an Escalade truck. That was like my biggest purchase. But my dad took over everything. Thank God.
Yeah, those trucks were awesome.
Speaking of which, how
Yeah.
many car accidents have you been in?
Well, you saw the one in Italy. Mm-hmm. They cut the brakes. I swear to God, because I know how to
Someone
drive.
tried to kill you?
I know how to drive stick.
Okay.
I swear one of the producers did something because you're not speeding. You're going
Right.
like 50 miles an hour in Italy. But of course I hit the cop car. I swear that was my fault.
Okay.
I hit a deer once.
Okay.
I know.
Did it die?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
I'm not a terrible driver.
Okay.
When you hit a cop
There was.
car,
I feel like there was moments that you were a terrible driver. No.
I'm sure back in the day.
Yeah.
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 Now I drive a minivan and I'm amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
what did the cops say when you hit the cop car? That's like my worst nightmare.
The first thing they were swearing in Italian, and then right away they gave me a breathalyzer test, and I'm like, fuck, what if I'm still drunk from last night? Because I didn't drink that morning, but I'm like, oh my God, if I blow something, I will be stuck in Italy.
And you didn't though.
No, I blew 0, thank God.
Hell yes.
Can you imagine? Because
blew
that
so
happens to
much.
people.
Yeah. You
like
wake
you're
up.
driving to work the next day, you're still drunk, and you blow something, you get a DWI.
I would
Wild.
think Italy had that. 'Cause they drink wine with lunch there. I would think it'd be a very not the drunk, but
Well, you
belligerent
still
driving.
can't drive drunk.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they do breathalyzers.
Yeah,
in
it's a
Italy.
cultural thing.
No, they did it right away, and paparazzi was getting it. I wanted to die.
You probably blew 0.0, and they're like, "Well, she's American.
Yeah,
Get her out of here."
I mean,
Do you know when the paparazzi's around? Like those pictures of you getting arrested were iconic.
I don't even remember that day. So
Oh, but did you like? So can you tell though when you like? Oh, I know paparazzi's behind me. Like I can feel.
oh
it.
yeah, back in the day when we shot, there was like thousands following us, like the Kardashians.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
Damn.
I hated it.
That's pretty awesome though.
It was cool.
Being that big of a deal. All right. Well, this has been awesome.
Yeah, it's
Snooki,
nice. I can
everyone
stay
go
here all
watch it.
day.
Yeah.
Talk to dead people, maybe?
Talk to that deer that you killed.
Oh my God. Stop.
That's kind of fucked up.
No, I don't think I killed it. It ran away.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I think I broke a little limb.
I'm sure. Yeah, with your fucking Cadillac Escalade, I'm sure that.
No,
deer was fine.
it was my Honda that broke down. God.
Well, yes, Snooki, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Everyone, check out the new season of Jersey Shore, and
I'm gonna watch
Joey.
season 1.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit
It is.
down.
No.
I'm gonna make it.
You're gonna
can
love
I,
it.
Can I do it in a weekend?
Yeah.
I'm not joking
You
when
can
I
do it-
say
you
like
love it.
it is maybe the peak of American culture.
You know what I might do? I might sit down at some point over the next couple weeks and just binge it. I'll live tweet it.
Yeah.
I'll live tweet it, experiencing it
That
for
would
the
be
first
amazing.
time ever.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
watch your journey.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yes. All right.
luck.
Well, Snooki, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Snooki was brought to you by Hims and Hers. Who wants to have better sex? Anyone? The whole room just nodded.
Fuck yeah.
Better hair? Yes. Better mental health? We all do, right? Okay, award-winning listeners, we have a new partner that is changing the game when it comes to how you can access healthcare. Let me introduce you to Hims. Whether you're looking for support for performance in the bedroom, hair loss, or your mental health, Hims can help. So this is real. I don't want to jinx anything. I looked in the mirror the other day. I've got some new hairs that are coming in up front. New hair since I've started using Hims. That happened about I think I started 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. They're legit hairs that are starting to regrow thanks to Hims. At 4hims.com/PMT, you can get access to licensed medical providers and trusted treatments for ED, hair loss, and anxiety, 100% online. If prescribed, Hims will ship to you for free in discreet packaging. It's that simple. Getting help shouldn't be hard. With Hims, all it takes is one click to get started. So go to 4hims.com/PMT today. I know a lot of my friends' hair is thinning out there. ED is an issue that a lot of guys experience, even if we'd rather not talk about it. And getting help can seem hard. Going to the doctor's office and pharmacy is a pain. We know you'd rather be listening to us talk about football or relentlessly make fun of Billy. Well, good news for you. Now Hims makes it simple with their 100% online process. No doctor's office visit or insurance required. Get started today. 4hims.com/PMT. Find the support you need for treating ED, hair loss, and mental health all in one place. 4hims.com/PMT. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Snooki was also brought to you by Omega Accounting Solutions. Attention small business owners. You want money? You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit. You are a responsible business owner. You continue to pay taxes and employ staff during the pandemic. Recover the payroll taxes you overpaid as a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Omega Accounting Solutions helps get back the money that you deserve through the CARES Act. All it takes is a free, quick, and easy 10-minute consultation to determine if you qualify. Omega is the small business champion. There's still time to find out if you qualify and file your claim. Don't miss out on your tax credit, even if you got the PPP loan. Call 855-505-DAVE or visit omegataxcredits.com/Barstool Sports now.
All right, let's wrap up the show with some FAQs, March Madness, do's and don'ts. Henry, you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. You just looked up because you thought I was going to. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do it ever again.
If you're going to hang with your boys to watch games and gamble and your games lose so you have no more money, are you being a bitch if you leave the hang immediately? Or is it about hanging with your boys and watching hoops and not just about gambling?
No, this is an individual war that everybody goes through. It's always fun to have team bets that you get loaded up on together. But if you lose and you're in a bad mood, it's a risk of spreading that contagion of you being negative and bummed out, and you can bring down the rest of the boys or girls at the party. You just got to, everyone has to find their own way through March.
Yeah, you got to, well, first of all, money management, responsible gambling, like that, like you got to know, like, hey, you want to be able to be around for the whole first 4 days. So make sure that you got that in your head when you're putting in those first bets. But yeah, I would say a timeout is important. Everyone needs a timeout. Maybe take a quick walk. Maybe go grab something to eat, and then come back. Here's where it really lies. If you're like hanging out with your guys and you lose your bets and you have no money to bet on, and then you leave, just think about the next 11 months when you wish you had that moment where you could watch the tournament with your boys. So you just got to mentally reset and then realize it's bigger than you. It's bigger than any of us.
This is
It's
March.
the tournament. It is the tournament. It's the perfect bracket.
Hey boys, love the show. Big thanks for all the laughs each week. We're doing a bracket challenge with my dad's side of the family, and my aunt and uncle, who are retired by the way, claim they're too busy to fill out a bracket.
Oh.
How can anyone be too busy to fill out a bracket? Please advise.
That's bullshit.
Takes 30 seconds.
You should just make them.
You could not fill out a bracket in 30 seconds.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
All right.
Time me.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have... Where's the pen?
There's a pen right in front of you. All right, tell us when and talk during it so that people...
Jake, do talk radio.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so first 4 tonight, Pitt, Mississippi State. Tomorrow, Arizona State, Nevada. Big Cat and PFT. 10 seconds in.
I can't do this.
No,
Jake, who'd you have in the buskers?
Right, okay, you're right.
10 seconds in, I
have
got
Drake. Titus and I have Drake. Who do you have?
You're
Bill?
right. You're right, Hank.
I got
You're right.
Utah State.
You're right. You were right.
I'm riding Utah State to Ireland.
Credit to Hank.
Shout out buskers.
You can do one pick a second.
Yeah. Credit to Hank. He's right. 3 minutes, you can fill out a bracket.
Sup, fellas. I was able to get myself a long weekend, but unfortunately still have to work during day 1 of the annual spring basketball tournament. What is the proper
As
way
we
to,
all call it.
What is the proper way to bet while at work? Should I bet all unders because I won't be watching the games
Yes.
as much? And how many long bathroom breaks can I take to sweat out games before it becomes suspicious?
So, all right, couple things.
If your work is actually like monitoring you
Yeah.
this days, like
That's crazy.
Quit.
That's crazy. You should be able to like at least have it on the screen while you're fake working. Yes, unders is a great call because no one wants to watch a game when you have the under. I took the unders on Sunday, Championship Sunday. I didn't watch those games because it's torture. Every shot that's made, you're like, I'm losing. So I would just hammer all the unders and hope you win a bunch of money.
Yeah, I would do every under except for the one game that you have on your side screen that you're paying attention to, and then bet the over on that one.
I call them movie unders. Whenever I go see a movie, I'll just load up on unders, knowing I'm not going to look at my phone for 2 hours, come out, hope you won. Movie unders.
Sup, fellas. Looking at the slate for Thursday and Friday, what is the miss the game and get up and go do something slightly productive so I don't feel like a lazy piece of shit game?
No.
Those are the games that are always awesome.
There isn't. There's no individual
smart.
game.
There's a 30-minute gap that you can walk your dog.
We're putting a PMTV out at that exact 30 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I remember I used to
We're
do
planning
that.
for that.
I'd take before we were doing streams and I was just watching, with friends or at a bar, I would be like, there's a 30-minute gap that you can basically go take your dog out and then be right back.
It's like between like 5:45 and 6:45.
Yeah, and they play back-to-back episodes of Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
That's when you take a break.
The way it works is each site has a day session and a night session with 2 games each, so they have to kick everyone out at the arenas and reset. So 4:30 is the last day game, and then 6:50 is the first night.
So you
game.
really don't have time.
Yeah, because that's a soft 4:30 too.
Correct.
It's 30 minutes after the first game.
Correct.
So it goes to double overtime. It gets pushed back.
But do remember to walk your dog. That is important.
Your
in
dog
March
will
Madness.
understand if you don't, though. It's March.
No, when I say walk, it's just pee, poop.
Open the door.
Yeah.
All right, and last one. Sup, PMT, longtime listener, first-time texter. Wondering if you can walk us through the etiquette of betting against either your roommate's bracket pick / alma mater. 1, is it acceptable to do? 2, should you tell them? 3, should you chirp the whole game? 4, is there any line you shouldn't cross in this high-intensity situation? High-intensity?
Wait, what was the scenario again?
Is that a word?
High intensity.
Basically asking what's the etiquette for betting against your friend's bets.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that you don't want to be vocal if you're betting against. You're allowed to because this is March. It's every man for himself.
Correct.
It's tough. So go with what you want to do. But if you bet against your friend's alma mater, then I would keep that quiet. Because
Fandom, yeah.
that's a little bit different. But if you you can bet against your friend's bracket, obviously.
Yeah, people will try and shame you for betting against them or make you feel personal or make it feel like it's a you against them thing when it never is.
No, it
And,
never is.
You
Ever.
should not, don't let them shame you.
Do whatever you want.
Don't let them feel bad.
You
Not the
should.
doink.
There is. Okay, a couple rules here. I think.
If it's great value, it's great value.
Shut the fuck up.
I think everyone gets every day of March Madness. If you're gambling with your buddies, everyone gets a must-win game. And the must-win games do trump everything else in terms of you can bet against the must-win game, but just get in line in terms of how you're demonstrative about it. Because if someone has a must-win game, that means it's very important to them. I also think there's rules in don't be the guy who says they had the pick in the last 2 minutes. If you're if PFT and I are sitting next to each other and he's got Alabama, and I have who the fuck is Alabama playing? Or let's say he has Maryland and I have West Virginia. And he's like, I got Maryland. He's rooting for Maryland all game. And then West Virginia wins in the last 2 minutes, like, hey, I had West Virginia.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
I would also add.
Just let it be known. Let it be known.
I would add to that, don't if you're in a position where you're not betting on a game, and let's use that same example, and then before tip, Big Cat says, I love Maryland. Don't hear him say that and be like, I'm actually going to take West Virginia.
Yes,
don't
move.
last minute it.
Yeah.
That's the wait.
That's
don't
the
wait
Hank
for
move.
somebody to say what they are betting on, and for you to be like, wait, I actually like the opposite of that. I'm going to bet on that.
Yeah, don't deliberately fade your friends. Fading happens.
Yes. Don't
but let it
fade-
happen naturally.
Don't
if you
fade
have
your
the
friends
system, follow
because
the
you
system.
love your
Follow
friends.
the system. Follow the system.
And you're
But if the system is fade Big Cat, you got to follow it.
Oh, okay. I've had a system fade the hungry dog. I'm a fucking millionaire. I didn't actually. I bet it every single time, and it lost every single time.
Not true. It won.
No, it didn't.
There's
Oh
like
yeah,
one-
the technicality one.
There's like one game a day where you're very vocal about it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
Everyone
I
else
need
just
this.
shuts
I
up.
need this. I
Like,
need this
yeah,
game.
You got to
Like,
root
this
for
is the
it.
game I need.
Yeah.
And if you have the opposite side, that's fine. But just know I need this game. But yeah, look, it's tense. I will just be on the be a proponent for one thing. If you can find one bet that everyone can get on, it is so much fun.
Yeah.
It is. We're gonna actually do for the streams this year. We're gonna try something new where I think there's like 7 or 8 of us streaming, and we're just gonna go down the line. So let's say Hank is first. Hank's gonna pick a game in the early slates. Everyone on the stream is gonna bet it. If Hank wins, he gets another pick. If he loses, we go to the next person. Because there is nothing better than everyone rooting for the same thing in March Madness when chaos happens. Those are the memories that you take home and you like close your eyes. You're like, remember that? Remember we all hit that? Jelly Walker. Jelly Walker was an all-time memory.
Yep.
And there was
Conference
only
USA
one person in that room who
semifinals.
didn't have it. Bosco. Yeah. Have fun with your friends. Enjoy it. And remember, everyone ends up losing anyway. So it's the memories that we take with us. Those are the important things. I had one other thing. What's more likely, making a perfect bracket or Hank getting the lottery ball number?
Me getting the lottery ball
9
number.
quintillion.
Yeah.
You know what? Warren Buffett's doing his $1 billion challenge. I'll match.
Yeah.
If anybody has a perfect bracket,
I like that.
I'll match. Has to be uploaded to whatever website Warren Buffett uses.
Yeah. I like that. I'll match that too.
You gonna double?
I'll double it. What are we giving?
$1 billion.
No, they have to.
I will give away $1 billion.
I'll double. What happens if this happens?
I need to see the numbers.
Not legally binding. Mr. Portnoy will sue you. Parity law.
There's always like that one or two people that have a perfect bracket through like the first round or two. And it's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Not worried. $1 billion.
Those are fun though. I remember 94, 95. I went 16 for 16, 15 for 16, and I was like, this is the best.
Then you're chasing that.
And then I've never even come
I
close
got
to
this
that.
figured out.
Yeah, and I'm sure if I look back, it was probably like the most chalky tournament of all time.
It might have been, yeah.
yeah. I'm never gonna ruin that memory.
Did you guys used to run bracket pools like back in school?
I used to. My dad used to just his office had a bracket, and he would let me like put in, and it was always the best.
Yeah.
It was the absolute.
How
best.
did you keep track of like who won?
I would highlight.
Yeah.
I would highlight the correct way.
I ran a pool in high school that got so big that like the school basketball coach and everybody except for the main principal, all the administrators were in, and then the principal found out and she threatened to suspend me for being a bookmaker.
Yeah.
And then I had to give up it was tough because I was the bracket guy. Everybody knew, come see PFT if you want to get in this pool, but once it reaches like you got to lay a little bit low. You got to be under like once you start getting into $4,000-$5,000 bracket pools in high school, you need to take a step back.
Yeah. My dad used to also go to Vegas like every couple of years for the first round, and then I would just get to make bets through him, and that was awesome too. No idea how I ended up how I am. All right. Hank, have you ever gotten the lottery ball number?
Nope.
Numbers.
69.
17.
Billy's been grasping this mic stand forever.
it's
Well, I've been
insane.
getting cucked lately, so
What'd you
gotta
guess?
start playing defense.
I guess 17.
I'll guess 88.
18.
I'm going to go with 44.
20. One time.
What'd you say, Hank?
69 is so due.
Said 17, Hank?
Said 17. 36.
So close.
Not even close.
Love you guys.
Deer Antler has the highest rate of IGF.